Ekosiisen On Asempa. Always we give you the best.
Obi, one land. Obi, why Jimmy seat? All right, let's go.
Obi, I say bonso. Philip, I say bonso. Obi, eh. This is the man doing the magic. Obi, my radio, yeah, the
Obi, one on call. Asempa FM. Asempa FM. Asempa FM. .7 Asempa FM Sony Emrana say asubi wedi Ekosiisen dwumedi na Ebramo and the 11th day of December 2020. Ekosiisen is airborne live on Asempa FM from our national studios 355 Fanofa Street in Kokomlemle, Accra. The show is live on over a dozen affiliate radio stations here in Ghana. and to Kotamalea ABC Radio FI Jumedi Live Salaga 48 ewo Can FM mo sunyane highest Storm FM yeda munyana se ema munyana akwaba Brekum 48 wa Agro FM uwo Japekro me haye ni daso FM mo wenchi Royal FM sune ena Ewiase FM oba Asante Achemagogo ewa Dance Radio or Boise PZ Radio. Sekendi Takradi Haya Seda FM, BBN Anyaso Bekwai, or Chiame FM. Stations no endorse for Yentimia Modiana or the Achayan Munina Mutie and live. Ekosiisen Suni and the tell a friend to tell a friend. And then some go up no so yatna say ya na yatna say this is the show Ghana listens to, and we are live on Facebook. Oko Facebook Asempa 94.7 FM on Facebook. Over to me sharing live on our comments and so go ama. Please start by liking our page Asempa 94.7 FM on Facebook. We're also on YouTube, and your YouTube channel here Asempa 94.7 FM. Ubetimi ashayen live ewo ho enso o adwentra 0546 382 287 0546 382 287 your WhatsApp line, and on ubetimi the messages are bring na ahwe akan ama unso wenye bi sounds na on Twitter. You can follow us as well. Your handle here Asempa 947_ FM, and share your tweet with us. Now, you need to phone so into me and into all our interactive platforms have been activated. You can join us with your thought. Ma memfa na se ema ya boa phone so in the sounds of our time. Your next cafe sweet and creamy. Agbeve Herbal Hospital. Omo de Mona soap and a Mona cream aba Amponsa Ifa Pharmaceuticals Obapa Company Limited and a Cocoa Dairy Free Coconut Milk. Omonso boy near the sounds of our time Ebrel. Me hear some segment in your EcoBank Ghana, Vodafone, the Builders Bazaar, and a Rockstars Roofing Systems. Omonso boy and near the Ebrel. Yeah, one-on-one interview session of interviews on the trending issues, and so Consolidated Bank of Ghana, Bell Aqua, Freshman, Fresh Lady, Fresh Cool capsules. Yeah, we're having insecticide spray and coil and napa. Say oye enapa no so cool. Omonso boying discussion segment so your Franco Trading Enterprise phone papa fie Bell Aqua Active or stay true to originality. Seahorse Engine Oil, Global Lighten, TCL, The Creative Life. Omunyina boying na edi Ekosiisen Jumedi Ebrem. And I share post-election analysis, as you focus a bit more on Parliament and how the 8th Parliament will look like. Indeed, you share MPs are intimate sign come back to Parliament bill. And Enra Joseph Opoku Gakpo Bekaye and we saw close to 109 members of Parliament will not be returning to the 8th Parliament. 109. Ebimu eko on voluntary retirement. Ebinsu elusu primaries. Inti elections to comment me and contest bi. And ebinsu contest elections on the 7th of December. Elusui mempeso meka so mulusu poto ebimu elusui almost enunti omuntimi enko parliament. We will continue with the analysis and the area na ya share what might have caused the defeat of most of them. But one other thing is so the issues being raised by the NDC. Enra Mobekaya, the flag bearer of the NDC in the 2020 elections, a press conference, Ekasa extensively for the first time after ECA declared results, on issues, with the declaration and challenging Kakanka Krompeso Mode Eco Court. And Enra flag bearer Ehente say likely said they will be challenging some of the issues in court. Before him, General Mosquito said akasa dada yefa sa press conference live ewo Ekosiisen Jumedi eso. Virtually issues were raised na flag bearer so assign ebabi team ubio Enra and Adjoint would interrogate the issues. But already among for bebrina keka won in some constituencies and they atese banda a demonstration be because of the there are some constituencies in so I to say NPP for also say abana ye boy and anshada ankoye amfama won in that constituency nti ye beko ni nyina mu na afa ye hu sade nioma esi contemplation nso ye be start your analysis na make us say Daniel Dazi ye host of Prime Morning Joy Prime you're one of the channels on Multi TV and to him some multimedia how by your TV stations no me answer and your Joy News your Doom TV and your yes I was Joy Prime and so and you are no kukuda me answer and a studio ha and me introduce Daniel Dazi Winston Amwan so Winston co-host of the Super Morning Show Joy over ha and remember na kwaba enche na enra mote Joseph Opoku Gapo and oba multimedia ha a Joy News correspondent in Parliament enra mote nka entiene enu na ebe boa na afei yakọ into the analysis o man hene kwabena sante bibia wo bia enim se wutie yen ya chia wo stronko ma me na production team na say for making this show possible Dominic Isiyeboa Nana Chumberema Jackson Osei Intiamoa and Eric Opari DJ Yeyo and Afe Queen Star e Japan Daniel Akwabana apom to saying
Yamina Dumobi what's it
bibi are ko here
wala nyim yami o hwede
obey
danasi
obey
I feel no ko you know
yeah
hey could you imagine there yes started 2020 my ya femi say Charlie, we have to thank God.
Yeah.
Or they too Diami Asempa because my film this year.
Yeah.
Say in fact it became a refrain around March that by June there no be yeah, friend that girl, but it could have happened.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true. In fact, even on this platform,
very, very important.
I've just been filled with so much gratitude.
Yeah.
You know, because
well, this year has been really challenging.
Very challenging.
Very,
business. Even in the new space, in painful kukuda mogana ha wash you one. Me keep and teach also or casa or platform do after say John unfortunately passed. I was so saddened. Now, what come I hear tape about rolling Siaka, so many different people.
And Enra, Director of Research at the Presidency.
Number DMP, just a day after nobody winning nicely. Aim them. Baby, I met it or Kaikwe South. Baby, I met it or your MP.
Oh, okay.
I drove by her banner every day.
Wow.
Murkofi and Dakwa Newman.
Yeah.
Oh, it seems like a very competent, very capable young woman.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, on the new victory, no to fufu.
Yeah.
Although the year too.
I was all too.
No, be all share the middle of the heart of the presidency. But you're able to mufanoka. Na me na why?
Me. Emre was here saying team will be say COVID na enkoi. It's still lurking around the corner. Wa obe jai wo no. Ebe so mu say draw. Nti ende no say wonya mia perfume go ho. Nasa won shada antecedent ne papa masa na won say wason ya yeshe.
It's a serious.
No wason ya yeshe.
O fie no on kan no ogoye na say adapenta.
Won shada antia no won say wason ya yeshe. Ye nyina ye mo ye ho ba ye stremo. Still an protocols no let adhere to them. Hokro won safa seminar under running water at least for 20 seconds. Sanitizer is here kwade ye mosubio me pa chew. Me so me die na me ba me de ba na nsan me nsan fa maybe.
Na hinya ya relax kakra.
Enti mama ye nyina yen san in Kenya ye ho bio na nose mask ne so yen share because you see an over 800 active cases now in Ghana. 892. Enti yare na share dan course a yesremo mama ye nyina ye mo ye ho ban ne ye mo ye ho ban ye because enyawa ede obeko especially yare bi sheda o shesha wo ho no fe na hu ne ye a enya wa na de wo senti mama ye nyina ye mo ye ho ban ye Winston Amoa akwaba na pom to say
nyame no ye bibia
nyame no ye bibia wa
warasha yankopon wa man nkwenze yes na sebaman na ye chia wetefo so dem ba ha chair Abraham Bed na up to us campaign. Yeah. Na when it was a boy. Into Yaban, them no they other one I say. and Sunday an election na ya to abane wie no so no. Yezi no ho nkomo.
Me da say Joseph Opoku Gakpo akwaba na etesen.
Nyame adom bibia boko. It looks like a gathering of the Western caucus. Ote Fantina out Mupi most of the time. So this is almost every subrophonist. And I say, hey, now I'm to make a Fantina. I'm to make a Ghana Casabian. So I'm say, we are meaning no much wrong level. It's nice to know.
Yes, Joseph Akwaba, so Bibia Boko.
Nyamiadom,
and Ryan, Osha CNT. I'll come back to you, Mamma Picky, Winston. Daniel, initial thoughts. Now, about Daniel, what's a parliamentary result?
Yeah.
Presidential, parliamentary result. You're in a shock here. I would say, wow, how did this happen?
Obviously, obviously. Or in the there, a lot of giants fell, but Mandanjinda, the Honorable John Peter Mill, or pick them seats no. Or in a quite there, Afia Yakomi, Abeya Yatui, probably Doma, Amanyokua, Wabrepa when it comes to Parliament here, NPP. There's no two ways about it. At the last counts, now, a bare 33 seats now we lose. Yeah. But I also think there, on the part of party, we tum now wako new territories, it's the NPP. It's because actually baby to the whole Echo Northeast regional and make the analysis. Winston Evans now was starting Sunday. Now Mrs. Shea Muzu Hunde Sana Dio some hopa. Echo Northeast regional since 2008. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia pray onto the scene. Gradually, we pick up one vote tally wa 2016 for the first time since 1996 when we started checking. We trim in NDC in the constituencies that make up the Northeast region. Of course, because 2016 Northeast region didn't exist. However, and of course led by Winston Evans in there was constituencies that form Northeast region and Nalerigu Gambaga, there was Bunkrugu there, there's Yojo there, there's Tripone there, there's Wali there. There are a number of constituencies there. Actually, them constituencies now, their voting patterns, most are what to Bafa from 1996 or year 2008 na NPP one vote or one started the number pager Kesi and Kasa. It went from about 30 to 33%. CCR Yekase went at 52.94% or yet the highest number of votes or another interesting thing about them particular region of East region there is no single member of parliament who entered in 2016 who is going back in 2020
in Northeast
region.
All the MPs now,
every single member of parliament, 16 in INU. Why is that? NPP held Wali seat. They held Solomon Boani seat in Portfenden, Solomon Namlet Boani city, Gunkrugu, and then they held Nalerigu.
Okay.
In Wale, they changed their parliamentary candidate. So there was a new candidate who went and retained for the MPP.
Okay.
But Nalerigu, Oye, Honorable Haja, Alima Mahama, na Bunkrugu, Oye, Solomon Namlet born. They lost to the NDC. So the NDC has 2 seats there. NDC 1 seat in Kayawa King na MPPJ. So now the MPP has 4 seats in Northeast. And the NDC has 2 seats.
And we win a presidential.
And now we win a presidential tally in overall. 52.94% American or a presidential tally in America.
Okay.
Now we win a presidential overall. I was shocked the most by Hohoe. But the Eshe Takwan Swahima. In spite of the fact that after all the controversy around it, it looks like the NPP has come out. Of course, NDC will be challenged. No, I was very shocked because if you were Kwame Jokoto or Coil in 2016, no,
George 18,000.
George Mekuduka got the highest vote tally in the Western region. He got it was the most convincing defeat by the NPP in that constituency since 1996. Since 96, I guess started the year election. A lot of times you don't have because parliamentary election. It is since 96, I guess started the year parliamentary elections. The NDC had never gotten such a big defeat in 2016. And now 4 years later, NDC it is one that is still not in political politics. You need to really sit down and look at it. If indeed Upper Nigeria West also falls to be the first time. Thank you. It is the first time since 1992 Upper Nigeria West Wako to the NDC. That's also another very important constituency that we have to look at. To be honest, I know that Lejokuku you're 110 constituency. So they're able to say now West. You're 110 constituency. But Mandan Gende after George and the accidents are also in the constituency. Now after the Juma Lejokuku Lekma Road na Diwa Kodo Mose Eko Lejokuku constituency looks like Dr. Bernard Okoboy is in touch with the people. He's doing his cleanup. He's riding his bicycle there every week. He's working at the Lekma Hospital. I didn't imagine that would happen.
That's it will go. Okay, and see Daniel initial thought no man my memory result the end I would say a shock pa.
Well, always in one shock him.
Okay.
Nyada shock him. Okubo nezi no shock him kakra fine. Na ye fido both me win. Or no corridor or ye NDC for na mamun wana breno. You offending. Ni not to do uzikeni nye nature benita sana okiti dua. But Abraham MPP were no Grace Ashite. Offend nolly a court. Let you go offend nolly. Ono uzine twice. Oko 2000 and 2004 and sana or lose in Tina. So far, Mosha, I don't know the way to any other 2000.
No, hold it 2000.
No, 4. No, also Olusi. Isha Hajia Alima Mahama ne lost na record it was to be expected. Yes, it was to be expected. Because when them briefing, no, ya near kasa, near few the say empia. I know quite there was a Kashemra, na Mranos washing and Kranha. Name Ekejina the one to Abama and Konkagade Merkashemra into one to Abama. Mintu be the Binti to be aka, then Merkashemra into Abama. Okay, washable. But President non choice ocean, I want to wash them born. Inti say, Inya, no, them a bonnet shed a bayan or daisy do. Hajanizino, papa no deputy that Nadmo. What permanent from MPP.
Yeah.
And Joe can't and MP also naras or year the boy Haja. Men Kadoya no quar. Nimum say Eshe, them papa no say or born winning election. And then yet the men's man no ye poor. Not the mini panis e ni free war. And some of a car for or dorsal. And among yourself was as in Goffany as ye. That's what I say. Inti if I look but Moshe seats na them makada or shock him. How when I mean
you knew it?
Yes. How you then honey a ballot box na say.
Okay.
Now break a ballot box and go for no worker. Oh me go do na me share one one kind of MP before was me I support JP. Only John Peter Mawun I support JP. One country that MP before. What's I me I support JP. Me I support JP. Me I support JP.
The individual.
Oh, individual no. And now boy Juma so ho. Na Juma ne say abu Juma wa to abanamo na eba na e bone share no. Again about share dey botum ezido. But adenta adenta no the reason why I shock me hu. Odi kan no obi anya wa ko 2 terms. E wa adenta.
Yes.
Enti honorable confirm the situation there adenta eko otobama na eba 1-2 mobium say opatian sisa na wete oba 1-2 mo enti say opati sisa wa na anyen opati sisa eba bori na adenta so no ya za abribiara no party ya or parliamentary candidate no ono na o rule or govern country party any parliamentary o win adenta no govern. Inti Sekaya Daniel Abraya ye battlegrounds. Me analysis nyanya na me say mum predict adenta because I'm a predictor no waka dem predict national election. Because waka them constituencies na abribiara ebo win no. One they are with the ruling party. Yeah. Typical example here Lejokuku Crow. Inti them constituencies e basin. I mean na me feel there. FM. Okay, obey to the cool chop. Adama oye MPP for. But minim de crow a swing constituency, the swing into Bayedzin. But I did 15,000 or so then.
Yeah.
na dem number no doso dodo enti ono mama hu de mpuntunjuma okaba eboso makro na ebien ma ya to aba no ya ba me asama ye no mna nkofo wonenyu anje ho wonde se ye mahebedwani na seto na etwana na wakoto aba na ese mpunturo ba oboto etia NDC yebi 2016 otwene ya waboto aba no so no wa the asphalt edda so na ufie na wa asphalt afa ho ona na bo abena asama ye.
Oh, sure. Na say roads no why no wa chere kakra.
Ebe. Be someone what ya denta there kwan no. Enye November na water offending slave flat wa.
I can confirm it.
Asphalt really November a week to election. Kwan offer do Queen Staven no. What the quota gudo.
Kwan offer do view.
Bisa gapo. What the quota gudo. Na emepo that's na mu befu. Emiamete mubufu dom ka benya margins no ben
yeah
kafa osisiara wodem anwe agugu kwa no ho last time guy could be o famenyim manya kafa ranche meti meka na ka shanwem dom kwa benya
yeah
aboko bi kwa no
yeah
kwana ofa dodo kwa aboko bi nyina kwa ne district capital municipal capital na eze anwe abugudo sisi apa obi mfaka onko aboko bi station the ekwano or the emenda because was the go half side and side na ear the mazia 120 hour inti emi man 70 or tia so what to abamo na eko na efi de ebotwana na embrono so de wokoto ababiwa bosuma ko na ebi na aba na hya se de re adwuma nje hu Madina imde nda wakanya Madina Boniface. Yeah, Abubakar Siddiq. Inchina do na so bo wi nyadema.
Sir 2016 gap no was 8,000. Example go for free say cool chop.
Enyim NPP one stronghold Madina. Enyim one strong Madina estate.
The estate okay area.
Bisando wi ni wo ha.
Oh, Olusu Madina estate.
Olusi.
Boniface Ade.
Aha. Nchema kaba. On not sure there. She what to abama what to abama any if you there what to abama nti or no about to amam na MP funa wote no on fanye sianze menka de manka campaign mobi na I want to know campaign man call for no oye say minister or there could be other places care campaign even was sorry off on cool chop no na no campaign oh na abani de ya father abani ya fa na ya feed your crabs a bed doors was in canino na mercatro is the man based in the mercatro you baba back mercatro look a lot of the MPs now will lose to Aban. One, they had lost touch with their people. Ibinum or Cherry no what to Tiawan. Ibinum so wanyashi. Na meka
wanya hwe dead
maybe ya no
wan shembra wo parliament
what can was you na nchema ke shembra the mass member king fenana komia no ken ose obiara se ikejina platform do there is a campaigner Asempa FM e be shebo entum nke campaign de na nkare na nshebo e be shebo nyedema na bona e she no de warankasa na eshebo no odeziro emi menke shebo intimate hei information bo no odemiziro mekare mamu ske bia mhwe mkotoku na madam na wa ka shebo de me ba mehwe me yaye mokwan mehwe
yes
mehwe ba hoye den
facilitate
mehwe mehwe I will see to it mehwe me yaye mokwan no dem na go for no church say one kada will facilitate now abaka brofa say they will facilitate intina wakada nche won to aba ma DC na DC onya isi kana
na say mehwe I will see to it say mo kwan yaye na say bia me lobby ye November na ye ready eno so mo say mo bu
lobby no no ye ready on no say kaye no mukroma ngoboto amo wakada ayaze na en kaye no adenta na o enkade year of roots Now what the one car said the man now so na Bosuma Business do Maya Kwan. I mean politicians don't learn. I mean condemn. Politicians in this country, they don't learn. Look, watch this. Year of Roots were announcing a beginning of last year. What kind of COVID? COVID, no. Now, October the COVID amba. October no. Na COVID no. Economy I stable. Okay. On a catch there. Say, I'm going some show. Say ya ban. Neshebo. Nindi bono.
Asempa FM.
Oh yeah, ne few there. My yadzi krubi. Na the madzina me ye no. Ono nkotin na nkofo bohwedo na waza ato aba mam. Mesrew. Obiara na ne hiasem. Awu obi we hiasem. Masemo me hiasem. Me hiasem nyede mkotua school fees. Yati manze. Me hiasem no nye school fees na mekra kotua. No home intino mo hwe na mato aba no. Intino se resolve nkofo one problem sa. Se ya aba na pedeka de o ma ya adza. Policies no. The policies must cut across or do obiara nyane chefa wom. No be nyane chefa. Na o de ka de o na in school fees o no kwara to do. In school fees. Na nkofo na itwa won school fees ma on so dwene ho na hu ne de. Obi wo ho a itwa ne mogema. Iye ne den on to mo. Ibi so hada dada nyina wara na to mo. Intino anya hwipo boto amo. Nechi eyi awona ebia no won to mo but why when I just say about to amo obi so wo ha and me call her me fancy me call her no abayi bi san confident what were their problem. One of the things they said was that what pede abanezin shisheba na wona mma we tuma ko school fie ne what in one pair inti ono no hono oteno nye school fees ni twa no oye ne de o say opede ne ba no san nature school ebe ne nhyehyey
and abande ba I'll come back to you now. Yeah, na ya share other specifics but Joseph meaning between enrane and say new information be about person wona ye in China fe na yetumi ato aso.
Oh yeah, let me just do that and then I also want to talk about Nyama is shocking me as far as this election is concerned, but we've been getting more details on parliamentary wins, figures that are coming from the Electoral Commission itself, confirming the details and giving us breakdown in terms of why winning or him with what specific margin. From the, of course, Yenina said CCAD will be a train Sene West.
Sene West.
And nona Obia train CCR for now, out of the 275, any now from the documents that are coming from. In fact, some of the breakdown when it comes to the regions. Yes. I'm trying to just pull out that document in a while so we could go through some of the specific.
In the cases, CCR Western region, NPP were 9 seats, and NDC were 8, a total of 17 constituencies. Central region, NPP were 10, and NDC were 13, total of 23. Yeah, I'm the upper into West account. And in Central, no presidential, now do we need how many constituencies?
Oh, we need. There are 23. No, we need 19.
19.
We need 19 constituencies.
Okay. And our NDC in 13 seats. And our MPP in 10. Greater Accra, NPP were 14. And our NDC were 20. And you know, 2016, now a year 21.
13.
No, 21-13 in 2016. 21-13. And as you see, I buy 14-20. And from 13, NDC has 7 additional seats. And our NPP from 21 about 14 to Omalusu saying Omalusu 6 seats. You get it? Yeah. It is 7 additional seats. No was MPP and Ikra and our MPP so J1 Amasaman at the count in the 14-20 now I have 34. Volta NPP 1 NDC 17. OT NPP 0 NDC 8. Eastern region NPP 25 and a NDC 8. 33 constituencies now. Ashanti region NPP 42 NDC 4 and an independent 1. That's for me. In total, 47 constituencies. Western North, 9 constituencies. Now, MPP was 3, NDC was 6. AHA 4. 6 constituencies. Now, MPP was 4, NDC was 2. Bono, 12 constituencies. 6, NPP 6, NDC 6. Bono East, 11 constituencies. NPP 3, NDC 7. Savannah, 7 constituencies. NPP 3, NDC 4. Northern Region, 18 constituencies. And also match and 9. Wow. Northeast, Northeast, 6 constituencies. MPP 4, NDC 2. Upper East, 15 constituencies. NPP 1, NDC 14. Upper West, 11 constituencies. NPP 3, NDC 8. And as it stands now, total NPP seats in 2016, almost seat here 169. Sisia about 137. And as you're also saying, 169
minus 137.
And that should be in the Omolusu 30, no 32 seats.
32.
Yeah, 32 seats and Omolusu from almost total tally in 2016. But mind you, sir, they also won some seats. And we would have to strike the way and look at the net impact on them. But CCNA 137, NDC were 136, independent candidate 1, and a Senate West is still outstanding. And it is very likely, say, independent candidate who will join the NPP.
Yeah.
And the NPP Benya 138. And that's the number, that's the magic number.
Yes.
To form majority.
With that, you have the majority.
You have the majority. And they say, Obe joining 138. Now, Senate Westerns, also voting pattern now. They vote NDC.
But it still all depends on that outstanding polling center right now.
Problem. And I would say before the polling center, now why they leading?
We are told the NPP was actually leading. And the figure is being put around 400 or so. And that's why the claim is that they are pushing for that particular center to be annulled following the claim of the tampering, which will then mean that a bit favor but NDC funny when they say they will overtake the 400 margin and go ahead and be able to win the seat. And looks like unless we see the outcome of the results of the contest the NDC is putting to some of the seats, including the Techiman South one, the Zabzugu one, the Takwan Swayam one, and Seshi also. Unless we see what the outcome of that will be, it's looking statistically impossible for the NDC to hold the majority as far as the next parliament is concerned, because there will still be 137. Now MPP 137 plus the independent who is likely to lean on their side. So where how those seats have panned out now. You could argue, say, the NDC has made a lot of gains. Cumulatively, gaining about 30 additional seats, comparing it to this parliament, while the NDC is losing a little over 30 seats. On a regular day, they could have done better in a way, as in this could have helped them probably gain the majority, but admittedly they are coming from a very deep hole, because they are coming from a situation where the margin was 63. That's huge. And they've managed to close it down, as we see now, to about 1. So to compare the figures as we saw in 2016 in 2016 the seats were flipping in terms of the majority and the minority. We saw a situation where the MPP became the majority. Cumulatively, or compared 2012 results to the 2016 results now, the NPP gained 46 more seats. So, for example, in 2012, we had the situation where there were some minority parties in parliament then back in 2012, MSS-CPP, PNC. But the NPP in 2012 had 123 seats, while the NDC had 148. In the end, we saw the NPP climbing all the way to 169, while the NDC did lose again a little over 40 seats, and the Diomoba 106 no. Compare margins now. Looks like the NDC compare the level of loss and cumulatively no how much is decreased now this year. Both sides looks like they suffered a bigger beating than that, but obviously it's going to be a very difficult parliament this particular year. Ubisame, some of the results that were actually shocking.
But answer now, in 2012, between 2012 and 2016, no, NPP winning close to 46 new seats.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that was huge.
No, the NPP's 2016 victory, no. The largest any political tradition in
both in parliament
and presidential since 1992. You would add Rawlings' 92 to that.
Yeah.
And you know what happened in 2016 was historic.
More like an outlier.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Daniel Dazia. I never had any doubt that they couldn't repeat it. I didn't have any doubts from the very beginning. I was starting a campaign. I knew they couldn't repeat it, and I always put in the back of my head, I'm no man. I'm not Winston. They be a cast me there. Seriously, Seriously was a very interesting win because even there, John Mahama won. Parliamentary, presidential. Funny enough, this year they've been able to hold on to Serious, even though the NDC is challenging it. FSA are contemporary. NDC for no queen. And NPP in film.
Yeah.
Funny enough, this year they've held on to it and put my NDC in poll. They haven't gone close to it there.
But
they
that's one victory. Nkofon share that ma NPP PC, a lot of credit because this is a seat. Na MPP we need that.
No.
And problem ba wa NDC mo.
Thank you.
Emma NDC at the time obi ana oye MP on their ticket no. Harold Kobna
independent.
Oko independent na MPP guy na fa who we need. But this is a seat I know we need that wetimia maintain seat no as we need. Of course, he was made deputy regional minister for Western North.
Yeah.
Inti Ubekas with Timothy development kakra ko and they are there. But what Timmy say maintain seats no against all odds. So if you are contombra.
A very impressive performance.
Very.
Funny enough, a lot of his colleagues, ministers and deputy ministers, even at the regional level, are losing seats all over the place.
Exactly.
So at least you could obviously give him the credit. You could obviously give him the credit for
who
that.
Should be given credit and should be promoted.
Absolutely.
But I mean we share those two seats now make it and the MPP can't keep the tally of 69 seats difference. However, of 63 seats difference, pardon me. However, Manda and Gender Obey this close. We are talking about a possible difference between majority and minority of one seat, which is an independent candidate who is obviously Gakpo not now in interview. Okay, they will join NPP.
He repeatedly made the point. So we had a situation where in 2012 the NPP rose from 123 all the way to 169, gaining 46 additional seats.
Wow.
While the NDC on the other hand were rising from they actually lost. They came from 148 seats in the parliament that ended in 2012
to 109
to 106
in
losing 42 seats. So this was a very deep hole that this year the NDC was coming from, and it was a very tall order if they were going to succeed in overturning a lot of these seats and holding a majority. So to a very large extent, they can be commended for a good job done.
True.
You can't take it away from them. You can say that obviously they didn't win the eventual majority, they didn't win the presidency. If you look at the estimated about 1.5 million deficit even at the presidential now, you can make the point that they were coming from a very deep hole. But for a very impressive performance on Muputi Apono, the margins would have been even more damning. If
you ask me, that is the real story of this election. The real story of this election is the MPP success in 2016. On your MPP won success in 2016, the level of success, I think that by every indication, this effort by the NDC should have gotten them into
gotten them into
obviously, because 500,000 votes. They brought it from 1.5 million to 500,000.
Yeah.
That is 1 million votes recovered.
No, that's presidential.
Presidential.
No, presidential. It was a little
it ended
under
up
1 million.
It ended up at 984,000.
Okay.
I remember very well. It ended up at 984,000.
Yeah.
I'm saying this because at this stage in 2016, a few days after the election, the estimation was 1.5 million.
Yeah, until eventually the figures
gazetted results. Yeah. So at this point, we don't know if it's 500,000. When the gazetted results come,
and you know the actual
difference. Yeah. So if I'm using estimates to estimate, it's about 1 million. You see what I'm saying? Now the question again is going from 169 seats, 123 seats to 169. Bro, 1 year Juma Bana way
2016
and that is why now it is such a huge margin that the NDC, in spite of all the efforts, in spite of the number of issues they campaign on, and I wish that we could start getting to some of the issues of what really caused it, because I looked at, and I remember I told you something that the NDC seems to be reacting very well at a point. Getting to election day, the NDC seemed to be reacting surgically to the key issues in fighting the election.
Yeah, remember issues. Now me say Joseph Ede a shocking.
In fact, first of all, no, they're shocking me after what we saw earlier this year, particularly with the NPP primaries. No, if you ask me, there is nothing we saw unfold in this election that actually shocked me. Because after we saw what we saw in the primary, some of the big fishes that fell in the NPP primary, in particular, people that were considered Mugabes and were considered gods in their constituencies and were holding on to seats that there was the assumption they will never lose their seats under any circumstance. No more lose your seat, no. Then, my impression is a election where a baby, the Ghanaian voter are more sophisticated, and people are paying more attention to things than just whatever they may be earning as their daily bread, and we're actually going to analyze the critical issues in taking their decision. So what did we see? People, including Frederick Opariansa, losing their seat into him, someone who is considered a king of the East, for a very long time. I recall ahead of that election, I had a conversation with Obiti Seben Abdallah of Enso South. Na ebimu bodia se oyobia. And he was very comfortable. He made the point that Joe, he did that interview and he made the point, and he felt very confident he was going to retain his primary. Eventually he lost, and when the man made the impression said there is absolutely nowhere the Ghanaian voter can be taken for granted, and Obia ebe voting where they ought to. But the expectation, even on the side of both the majority and the minority, was that it was going to be a very close contest going into this particular election. Again, let me touch on the parliamentary bit. Mene Ora Haruna Idrisu did an interview. This was around the middle of October. Okay. And then I asked him what the expectation was going into this election. A minority leader, MP for Tamale South. Yeah. Of course, he made the point that he felt they will win the presidential near the Adianina. But then he said something that was interesting, that he was projecting, say, the NDC will be winning between 36 and 47 additional seats to the 106 that they had. So yes, and Haruna Idrisu said that to me. My Journal Online published the story. We had that interview play out. So eventually, now his projection was that as far as the minority is concerned, the least seats that they were going to get at the level of the NDC going into the 8th Parliament was between 142 and 153 seats. Wow. Funny enough, no. And later when we were having a conversation about this interview, I was saying it to my colleagues, and he was very specific and particular about the amount of seats that they would win. It was a general question, no expectation here. Then usually a broad projection, we expect to win 50 more seats. We expect to win 30% more seats. We expect that we'll cross the 150 margin in terms of the 275. But in this case, he was very specific that they were hoping and they were working towards winning between 36 and 47 additional seats. So you break down now. Yeah. His projection was that the NDC was going to have between 51.5 and 55.6% majority in the next parliament. So he was hoping, expecting that Anya be crowd here, NDC would have at least 51.5% of all seats in the current parliament, giving the indication that even at their level, they were expecting a very close contest, admitting that they were coming from a very deep hole, and that probably winning the kind of landslide majority that we had the NPP win back in 2016 was obviously not going to be possible for the NDC. What just ended, one of the things that really surprised me was the OT region. The region as a whole. The region as a whole. After all that had happened in terms of the creation of the new regions, which we know they had really pushed for a very long time, what we saw in 2016, where they managed to win at least one seat in the Karachi area. No? It's really very surprising that after all of that, NPP to even a single seat or Otihonum. No, it's really surprising.
Would you say, sir, compensate with the vote Omunya in the presidential? Well, presidential Omunya be 103,000.
So that obviously it looks so that so what we saw was probably the love for the president himself, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, being a lot more, and them wanting to show appreciation more at that level rather than whoever the parliamentary candidates may have been. Just maybe if the president had himself dedicated a lot more time to that particular enclave and done more with the campaigning and held people's hands virtually across all the constituency and probably injected more energy there, maybe we would have seen a difference. But of course, then they had to also focus on Ebiamu strongholds because then they needed to whip up the vote and all. Mr. Sad, I was very surprised that the NPP managed to win the Hohoi seat with John Peter Amewu. Most of the times, there's this very funny comment that goes around that in some parts of the country there, Oko Ashanti region, Obiako Kojina Honum for MPP, then I'll be winning. So Oko, the other region, Oko voter region, Saode, Obiakra Kojina Honum for NDC, then I'll be winning. But this time around, the people have shown that what they needed, which is what has been brought to them over the last 4 years by John Peter Amewu, is actually what they had managed to reward him for. Damongo, Adam Mutawakilu. Over the pattern over the years, the margin has really been slim. The NDC usually winning the seats by around 55%. And
MPP winning that.
Precisely, which is what makes it very much interesting. And additionally, Mutawakilu works in parliament. He does all the critique, all the analysis. He's putting government on its toes. Apart from that, at least have paid attention to happenings in the constituency. He sounded like someone who was very much formidable and was doing a lot of stuff to help support his people all over the place. Samuel Jinapo had also gone in. There is the claim that he also made quite very huge investment, but to a certain extent, there was the assumption that the people will remain loyal to Mutawakilu for him being NDC and all the support it given the people over the years. But unfortunately, it didn't go the way it all went. And then the very final bit. Now, the results that eventually came, latest 2020 election. It wasn't a very huge margin. This was a situation where both of the candidates had something in the region of just a little above 50% in order to pick that particular seat. Now, we don't know what will happen in the next 4 years. But if the NPP wants to maintain the seat, then key attention should be paid to that particular seat going forward. The other two final bits. There were two races, particularly in the central region, and I was paying attention a lot to what was happening in the central region because, of course, usually we say they are one of the predictors in terms of who is likely to win. Baby Omobekono, and eventually the winner will emerge from. For example, Jumako Enyane Siem. Baby, Kesel Atofosin. He went up against Dr. Rashid Etofu. It's one of the seats that the NDC has held for a while now. Kesel has been there for at least this will be his third term, I think.
No, fourth. We're there fourth. Because we did 12 years, and we're in the fourth.
So the kind of energy that the campaign there had generated and the investment at the level of the NPP that had gone into that particular seat. The likes of Kennedy Ohine Japan, who is a big guy in the Central Region, the likes of the Central Regional Minister himself, Kwame Duncan, repeatedly going there to campaign. There was a lot of talk about how the Transport Minister, Ofori Siama, had also repeatedly been helping the campaign there. If you pay attention to what was happening on social media, the kind of fever. In fact, on one of the days, just a few days to the election, Dr. Rashid Twafel organized a walk, and he shared the drone shots and the videos of that on social media.
It was crazy.
And the whole town was painted in the NPP colors. And me fahonom getting to the election time along, those moments, it sounded like a seat that was being really targeted as far as the NPP is concerned. A lot of resources were being pushed, but eventually, we saw a situation where Kesel Atofosen Otmi Hodi. Yeah. In fact, the story is very interesting because Parliament back for the third meeting of the fourth session now started just about 2 to 3 months ago. The whole of the duration case a force in NC Parliament, including the time when the Minister of Finance was in the House to actually obviously both sides they did put a lot of energy in trying to get the seats, and eventually it worked out for the NPP. Wow. That's also one of the other interesting seats, but obviously, we're expecting a very close parliament. This is the time that both sides would have to put out their best hands. I see, looking at the number of losses and the experience that's going, Nadia, it will be a little worrying, but also looking forward to those new faces that are coming up with all their experience, and then we'll see how things will pan out eventually in the House.
Wow. Joseph Opoku Gakpo. No, Joseph, way too much.
One of the other things that's been interesting has been the female candidates. And we went over the list yesterday. We've been doing the count. About 40 females are coming to the next parliament. Oh, CCIF 40. CCIF 40. Okay. CCIF 40. Okay. Up from the 38. It was actually 37. Okay. And Lydia Sarah Mahas and Becca Homani 38. Okay. So at least we've had 2 more people join. But of course, it was a lot of wins and losses. But the sad bit also has been a lot of women who actually lost their seats in their various constituencies on both the NDC and the NDC side. We've been checking that there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 women who lost, although some of them lost to women in the various constituencies. Felicia J, Katrina Fekua, Folekwe, Barbara Tin, JC, Alima Mahama, Barbara Sheisi, and Felicia J. If all of them, except for Afolekwe, whose seat was also taken by a woman, and Katrina Feku, whose seat was also taken by a woman. No, apart from Onodieno, if all these other women had managed to maintain their seat, we would have pick the figure up to like 47 thereabouts, which should have been better. But again, it brings in the points about the need for the political parties to do more, to have women running on their tickets, so we can have increased female participation in various parliaments going forward. We'll see how things will look like in this parliament.
Joseph Mienase, I appreciate your time so much. Thank you. Joseph Opoku Gakpo, a parliamentary correspondent, and I'm in Kano. My friend Emma Muntie say before the election so for penny Salifo Amwako Ebesrai studio. In fact, Oba Adom FM, Adom Live Worship, but Ochem no see Oba Besrai. That was before the election. No chum maninyusu hamo. Yeah. Ain't Ochem no na Oba so Oba Besrai. Now Oba na ode the nyame yichire no fa elections hi ho etumi de tuja. And then so yewa ha Oba Adom FM na Ochem na ose ofa na wa change mema sofo akwaba sofo Salifo amwako sofo akwaba na pom to say
ya okese na ombom
nyame adom kakan
eradi di hene
amen
also ho efe
medase
ho efe pa
medase pa umpai boso nti
amen
they crying kakan
amen
sofo me kaisa be 3-4 months ago and Oba Adom na obofa
yes
I remember say at the beginning of the year, yene nsofo mpanyifo di nkomo na yene di nkomo.
Yes.
Emma oka de nyame ya kire wa odi 31st night. Say nyame yi kire wo hu flag kesie bi e hata wiem na NPP colors. Enti eno na wonti aseye mu no say NPP ne be wi ni. Ama me kwa me busa wa say amamu ayenya wo be ma. Enti ene Abem ama NPP flag bearer has been declared winner of the 2020 elections. What was saying?
Oh, nyamena the ebedi kan yebede nyame ase because chira say ni nyame kan no Asempa FM because me kai pa say o frɛ me ema wo ankasa o ka say sa mamu a me si nyame se sa mamu a kromu apade ne yɛmfa nyɛ me na me ka say me yepanyi prophetic office no ma wo mu for a long time over 30 years enti me rashe enka ne nyame aka de me huye no ni nyame kan no me gina no aso na ohwa ma gina soa besi ne ya de ato abayewi enti nyame na seda no ye de ma no ene asomdua election time ode mai before and after see ameno ka se obeka se ento abakra Ghana very peaceful enti nyame confirmation enti makoma mu de aseda ne de mawrade say ya fire so kan no amana bam enti I don't feel anything special but I feel say I'm just a servant of God.
Servant of God now.
Yes.
Nyame na mo so ne your mind no akasa.
Yes.
Minim say beyond election said the okay electoral commission announces say Nanado any winning, of course.
Yes.
NDC enyanti asie papa amomu raise some very pertinent issues about Nsema a course so no. What's here who be going forward from Enekoi?
Yeah. Election no a genuine win. Prophetically a genuine win. As omo claim say NDC for claim say omo wie mo no entesa a genuine win. And I believe so at the end of the day no Santia se na nyame be mo understanding no because you see onyame okasa ba nipa no so wan hwe emotions yi a obey mistake muntie ni masema make kan yi pa nyame okasa and nyame okasa through tokens and symbols ade at 2024 no God was preparing them nyame this election no or they prepare omo for the next one so onyame test omo or the omo test what test or chomu bibi for the next 4 years and after this 4 years and the next one they will be victorious but so omo nya botre no omo anya ntomo a ebe destroy omo atmosphere no omo realms na be say no enti emma omo nya breakthrough even the next 4 years now 2024 no they will not have the breakthrough but God is preparing them. God is telling them something but as some pay attention to details no mo to me enya understanding no this one no this election no from the beginning no seriously no they know say they won't win no more no munim enyoma akoso ne enyoma no munim so mo win but later part no and no start so munya confidence be even ntino wo hwa omo manifesto no kra chepa anza no mutumi yiyaba because from the beginning no na omo ankasa confidence in ho but latter part no eno munya saga omo gada sa courage no to there prophetically no me prophetically no God is preparing them. God intentionally brought them closer for them to know that there's something waiting for them ahead and they shouldn't contest this one. They should let it go, have patience, and then thank God for everything that has happened, giving glory to God, and they should always another day. Intermedia me catch them say munya botre because ekufo ado no nwie na dwuma na nyame pese otoaso na mesre Ghana for a Christopher say yem pai bebre because from January no ewuwo bebre wo ebeba yema mu mpanyimfo no so yempanyimfo no ewuwo bebre ewo nti say amompa ya yentensempa kra ewuwo ewo atmosphere no realms no petuwo wom na eba economies na economy no next year economy no be grow it will grow more than 8% ebe kosro wow economy no be ebe kosro kama from 2021 no yesika sembe taking new shape but the hard you me who are me bomb pie ye leaders no wo mo ho too much it say bomb pie especially MPP for no wo mo ntempa tie bomb pie na asre nyame ama mo enti eno na me economy no will do well but petuwo around sunsum we need to pray against those things. The Canadian the atmosphere is good, the atmosphere is set, already take charge of the atmosphere.
So share how our election is close now. Ebiaka said it was very possible sank NDC able to me a winning. I don't know, say in the realm of the spirit, no, say Yankopon ene okasa nipa obe winning ana oma wuhu anase how competitive the election will be like this annual many no and also muhu.
Yes, election one very close. So Papa president.
Yes.
The last election unya over 1 million votes.
Yeah, close to 1 million.
Close to 1 million. I didn't think this time unya.
Asempa FM.
Oshe parliamentar. And this for winning seat now.
Yes.
Ni nyina no tokens and symbols. Nyame kasa kire ye leaders no. So munya very careful. You cannot take the people for granted because mo na esuma mo ho.
Yeah.
Enti mo ko na munya position na mo anwene o mo ho a at the end of 4 years no it shall come back to you and haunt you. Enti omunya very careful, very very careful. Number 2 no sunsumu no there are effects. Un say minim sa na obusa me a say msesaye bia ma atmosphere no na na me catch say da bi ne otia kodwa no so no na da so te me hu say msesaye bia ba because sunsumu no msesaye to me bam in the realms of the spirit will be a friend the law of replacement. Odame betime tu no de will be so. Yes, a bit to saw nyame you saw and odi David share na namu and the replacement is allowed in heaven in the kingdom of God. But we no I believe say a intervention no prophetic fathers no mo kasa no ene hodu Akufo-Addo enya sanka obelusu abawe obel abane koledru baby na ese pem because intervention be already nkrophobia akasa asustain sro.
Yes.
Because Elijah the major prophet no otumi to heaven mu no say ensuo nto for 3.5 years. For 3.5 years ensuo nto da. So na koma ton yemu no okum Jezebel akonfo ne omabosonfo no wiye no eno sakasa afeidie I hear the sound of abundance of rain. Answer no bekasa no Bible say clamor up to mountain Carmel. And no catch ken Bible say ohene say will you go home and eat and drink. Kone ko didi nanom na da. But Elijah na ohye nkom no wankwan ko didi anom na o. Ofro nyame pepo eno di nanim ko butu from the yem paibo because ne awaka no ebi wo omo hye nkom no omo hye ne tra. No didi no ya kesesem no te social media no ye dede emamuda. Who shan come no a Saudi prayer attachre a conscience Bible because this phone in shan come but in the bebamu ne be sample free nyame. So there's challenge in the atmosphere and to the man present Akufo-Addo winning abawe no the prophetic the genuine prophets no mu gina mu man no most of the fathers no omo kasai but the prophets nankasa no the genuine ones no almost intervening no enema sa victory ebama omo. Yes, enti hu de nneoma timi sesa nneoma timi dane every second, every hour, every minute nneoma dane enti me believe say asofo no a prophets no almost dedicate your life.
Yes.
Ema nkunimde we buy no the government must acknowledge them because no small battle. And yes, Montokwa, to say media for no, especially Joy FM, no multimedia for Mona Mudika, any resource no correct and accurate. I'm on Nansu here, and son electoral committee on the crowd about late, but I need the Mokan in any pepe. Let's just a mono, more professionals, more information. And other media houses and also no, or compilation, almost equal the same with Musumudiano. On a mitri, Entino, Mosumu deserve some accolade, Musumu deserve Abaso Bobby, because baby a Ghana econo, a bedroom baby no nobody can steal election in this country. Believe me, so obien you are. Electoral Commission cannot steal election for anybody. Baby a Ghana econo. Abrofono na di democracy by you. But in West Africa, we are the headquarters of democracy.
Yeah.
We have become the head. Look at how the people voted skirt and blouse.
Bebre.
One among nobody knows. So be any some between MPP for and NDC for. But Nipana, just so you're illiterate, uncle school. I got to Nabanos, met 2 am a president, no. Number 2 am a NDC parliamentarian. Sebeya, a be balance. So a Drew baby, you cannot take Ghanaians for granted. We parliamentarians now area no developer they will sack you.
Yeah.
And it's a good politics in Kromano. I believe it's a very good politics. And in Krofono, they have come of age. We are president. We are 1 year 2 months. No one near Jumesa we are. You will be sacked out. Onyame on Twaba. Onyame or hear about also. Or supernatural electoral commission. By Nipan and Twaba. So ye so yes kani u taking it for granted after 4 years or the nikoko mobiti be you free. We be ko tue sika. So montoma we be motos, bicycles, we be more, but at the end of the day no they will disappoint you because you took them for granted. Until I believe say we have come of age. Your democracy no nyini yefe true obia effort eka ho enti one person.
Now we say a empire genuine prophet a boy.
Yes.
Your name or record as a prophet in our land. But who are the other prophets, genuine prophets now?
Sir, Oshobiti said Dr. Ekosiise
Bempa, okay.
Is one of the most powerful, accurate prophets.
Ekosiise Bempa.
It's good. It's good. But sometimes, you see, people don't normally see what you have until you lose it. People don't see the value of twice 2016 and this year he was part of the people predicted and it has come to pass. So so predicting nyoma miensa na mienu bamwa it doesn't make you wrong.
Majority.
Yes, majority no. So ye nipa sometimes people should acknowledge it. Say na ewiase ayete no me the catch and Crawford say a be here prophet. There should be a prophet in every family. Every businessman need a prophet. Every company need a prophet. Otherwise you will fail in life. Because you see, you have to know and hear what God is saying, the direction that God is taking you. And because you are made with a spirit and you have soul and you live in the body. And the spirit, and also here sense of direction be. Also onyinya mini but ojebusum di. Ebe wi asa no bekọ busum ho. Obi so de onyinya mini ba ojemalam di. So and Oko America brofo no they believe in sidekicks. Meaning say the most sidekick or ready palms and other. Most of the Hollywood actors they want to know that they will shine, they want to see their stars and that yes you cry no ne star and the PM nyansa for din star na chi ebe hwehwe na chi akwa Jerusalem enti onipa bia on star but abefo na wabusuam to be born no omuntimi destroy your star but omu try to cover your star for you not to shine. Anything we hear prophets no more from the days of Adam. So and they are part of Daniel, Prophet Daniel, Obitisa Daniel. Nyankopon sheda assigning no ema Nebuchadnezzar Babylonian Empire. Enti die na conforming to me no. Daniel Boran continue mpa bo man na nyame de answer man pa. So sanity ohwe Ezekiel so no so ho in the same Babylonian Empire. The 5th year of the captivity Nebuchadnezzar was a vibrant young guy. To say brand your better now man analysis. Utimisa na dwuma bie no. Sana Nebuchadnezzar was a sam ranti no we are very powerful more future no. No do mkogu Babylon sebe ombe build. The 5th year of his captivity Ezekiel ejina ensuona no.
Yes.
And the hand of the Lord came upon him. The Lord made him a prophet by force to show him things in the spirit. The Bible says the ni ko jina Nyankopon rems mu ene ohu bonhwa amena donko bima enipa dompe na aye mu ma na nyame ka say twa ho hia and he caused me to pass by roundabout is for what didn't nyame man na is for proper identification. Any problem that you cannot identify is a problem you can never solve. And for fighting to solve problems, but they don't actually know what they want to solve.
Know the problem.
Your president and Crawford will be a person with DB. Ubu some say, "Omu vision pa ya there." Ya toaba, this is the 8th time I toaba. Ghana is still not developed. Kenya nom, South Africa nom, East Africa ho. My God, coherent development. South Africa for mun tukwan. Ukwa brucha America uhu because omu country ni well developed.
Yeah.
Adentina yentumi nyebi papa ko 4 time and a airport city baso. President Mahama ba no so be see airport. A part of development. And I believe say every government to be obeba no. Dubai last mekano 1984 na desert. And they empanyimfo no wies ka ho no mo de kogu. Say sika no tena you see a create uko America omu wo university a. From university we tima ye adwuma atua school fees. There are a lot of job. Yeah. And a massacre say President Akufo-Addo vision of the buy no free education no except parliamentarians no omo adopt to never national policy. The government school no should be free from kindergarten going. So even the university you don't need to pay much. Private schools no because I want kasa effort. O pesa o do scanner pesa o do back private school that one you have to pay. This America pesa o do back private university you pay not it depends course how yeah. Wait maybe up to $500,000. So we scanner. But Chrome there and here for no must have a free education, not only the secondary school no issue
from kindergarten.
So by you benya more knowledgeable people, more skillful people. Instead of say your major ton chains in ade no. Oko China I don't know why you send you more America. No more medicine. The Chinese, the Indians, majority of world population omo doctors and they are from China and India. You send you omo all the American technology no omo wie ni nyina de ko China. So, I believe say Ghana ye leaders no. Bibia e wo bia o Ghana oil amu discover more account ye wo bauxite ye wo timber ye wo cocoa ye wo way but we are the poorest among the poor. Ninyina ye bad leadership. Into the parliament and so the time to go and sit in the parliament and be doing yeah and get up and go no. These good policies no. They need to adopt it and make it a national policy. Sabaya ubia benya opportunity. Until no government can come and say me betwem. And I say based on that policy me ba be jina so the campaign e ho dada. So when you are coming bring another policy a ebeto nipa na so ma ombetimi ato ama wo. Enti eyesuade emma ye nyina yetima mufo ni nyina eyesuade kase. You cannot take the people. Even ordinary guy from the street, you cannot take anybody for granted.
For granted. Inti wabo prophet Owusu Bempa.
Yes.
Which other prophet bill?
Prophet Kusi.
Victor Kusi.
Victor Kusi.
Yeah.
He also prophesied about even the parliament in Libya. Yes. And Prophet Anto. Also Dansuma. He also prophesied about the victory of Enamenti Usha. Yeah. The 4 major prophets no were in the same spirit. I believe the government must also acknowledge the prophets and thank them because a sacrifice
and
battles into to me and you any more media men you are always here. Share say election muja mutu tunkrofo. How many? 27, 270. Crawford Jamumba accident near the no more. They took risk. I believe that the government must acknowledge them. The same as the men of God who managed to fight battles spiritually. Acknowledge them and say thank you to them. And no answer. That is what I think. The next 4 years, economy will grow fine. Ready? And from August, coronavirus now a take you no, it is going to start fading out. It will be fading out cry. It will be fading out cry because Radia Kasawa Tin from Bible. So intino Radia na say that say for the peaceful election. Na Ghana fonso hu say te bia be bompa na nyamitie. Nti me yantwan ma election time nso ansa na say ko bompa for peace. We must always get in touch with heaven.
How influential should the church be, and we make nyamia sorry what Ghana no a crime that was here for a position here to take territories and take over this country?
Yes, the Church of Jesus has been influential over 2,000 years. It has been influential. More different religion ebaya and compass more overshadow Christianity, but they couldn't. Even Ghana Hakra Christianity is about 71%. So we are the majority. So it goes through crisis, but it always prevails. Pastor is not the owner of the church. Jesus is the owner of the church, and the headquarters of the church is in heaven. So now the church, we can be more influential. As I said, we are influential already. But we can be more influential when the church discover its place in life, in destiny. We need to discover our place in life. So, self-discovery are very powerful. You must discover who you are. And the church must discover itself. Christ has already established the church. And I'll say the gates of hell
shall not prevail
against it. Into Akasa. A team and no, but ye need your no, a nipa, ye need your leadership behavior, leadership attitude. It may destroy the image of the church. So, and for us to have the influence back, we need to be one. President Baye or say obesi cathedral. Now, sophobia sorry. They are fighting the man, they are fighting the vision. Meanwhile, Ufaka Ukudia, the biggest mosque, if it's not in Africa, in Ghana, the biggest mosque, it ran a sun light and to say disco for the first time in the history of mosque. Meaning so it beautified the whole place. Alentina president says, send in media tuna komaso. A part of the reason why we win here because and God must preserve him to finish that work. Microphone tears and a part of it. Na ye Christopher no. Yeah, I want to say you're hypocrite. You condemn bibia, you kasa too much. And I believe that it is time we reduce what we say and then we should come together. Adiaba kwa as say a soaring image cry a division. When you say when you a problem no so for trouble we no we do we attempt say only congregation to say no you are nobody heaven on say congregation asem so heaven have you discovered that there's no church in heaven?
That's true.
There's no any denomination church in heaven. As sorry be in heaven uko heaven unshare Assemblies of God or unshare Methodist unshare Presby unshare Anglican, unshare a Life Chapel, unshare any church. Ubeshare nyankopomba, the children of God. Heaven is designed for the children of God. Oye Musa sa sorry na akoe. Eye wa odu huma Kristo ya osumni ye na okoho. Enti heaven nya sorry. Enya sorry. Ono de a sorry ne a place it is a United Nation. Ambassadors in a kwa sorry kosiada to go and think for the kingdom business. So but who conclude on a sorry na eternity any part of you are not going to heaven. And I believe say the influence of the church, there's no any politician who can win seat of power in Ghana here without the involvement of the Christians. It will be difficult for a Muslim to become a president in Ghana.
Difficult but not impossible.
Yes.
Possible by
adding. Because of the 70% Christianity in Ghana. You can have a vice president It has been there for time. You can see it. The trend is there. So because we play the majority role in the country, and you play government in so economically and so no. Obi sorry I was say no did obi nya sika kitwe no did sorry for them. Share the input of the body of Christ or Ghana anywhere say you be amazed. You see schools, Christians. Sorry no. You see asori as school account, Pentecost University, Methodist University. Way. And apart from that, yes, produce quality people in the society. You train you, you conscientize you how to live well, how to be good, how to how to serve Christ, because the gospel area ranging for life.
But because of that, not just because every election they are dominating the issue of corruption.
Yes.
Not just a sovereign's influence in taking out corruption. No.
Yes.
It's a Christopher in politics, in civil service, public service, or more else na corrupt.
Corruption. There's corruption everywhere, even in the White House. Corruption. There are corruption everywhere. Even the first man God created, which is Adam, he was corrupted. The serpent or one influence, corrupt. So or she say, and we lose soon bibia and Satan take advantage. But corruption, levels.
Yes.
Britain, corrupt, bribe, but the difference is that was sanity, almost system who's a Bronian Casano on tension. Only Broni Casa now black man who and Cacrabons and Intibia Bedana Momazo. Then yellow inside of white, almost ready. But there's a corruption everywhere. And especially who Ghana one ama corruption adoso. The government.
We are sure.
Yes. Let me explain. The entire corruption of Africa too much, and they say we yanne come the nipa too much. So we create a system obi estable accommodate police in police in so guide on accommodate no. Soldier in say or protect on accommodate no. Civilians or nam kwan accommodate no be from morning to evening only. What do you expect? Who the network officer? There should be a system. They say England, police, corrupt. But majina kwa meji 1 cedi, £1. Ono ko wiade opeso wiade so. Ne ye china ne ache no. Ba se obekwa ko gina kwa ne obi atepo no £1 se ko. Onye sade no. Ba kromo ekomu di nipa. Police for no, anadwo for no. Omo mu gina kwa anadwo no. Me from night beggars. They are not working. Hey, ukum nipa kra no shoka buto, they don't care. Yes, a massa no ajiska no ko ojano. And you know part of the corruption because a comedy nipa okronum. We here no ye, we here level no higher.
But see we sika for most council.
How many percent? How many percent? Kromo say Ghana not less than 2%. Sika for mo kromo no so. About 80% of Ghanaian population are very poor. So, and the government has a responsibility. So, be ye man for free him. Papa, uti so what did the amia? Ediano credit so him cry. Una be catch your wife say enya wakondo. Yeah. So, say the sue anymore. Only so be one more money, not that you are corrupter, and then you're corruption, and you're stealing, and you're dufrupe, and you're greed. So people should differentiate it. Greed, Eduko in so him. Yakasa kumunipa kra na fa beji obeye. But small corruption no eye ahochre. And many payesa the government should create a system share some minute ye. So who ko pay loan kra dia expand business unya ya ma kofa ma me bra kofa people we bra ube wi ase so kofa na bra ode na ba ye so ma ube wi ase no be frustrate so ma. There should be money available for the citizen of this country. And internal Lebanese for no omu free Laban omu krom ntokwasi ho onya fu plan no dru na ne nkrofo na e wo krom ano no ma establish no palace more way more. So obitimi ton fried rice no ye millionaire na Ghana ni no a eye ni kuro no ekomde no na the uka corruption it is the responsibility of the government to take his people from poverty. See a year and crop for him corruption a bit less.
Indeed, on corruption, what can the church do? Assorin into me, Yashe.
Dear Assorin Bayer, the Assorin Bayer say we'll talk about it. The secret of this thing I can want some to say we should create wealth. We should be a nation that creates wealth. Simple. See it me create wealth. Ye dear Emma and Crawford. I'm crying Emma Nadrimu. Or was on the bottom. Look at this country. Who could try renter? $. We are not catch us if you have 2 years rent. No, Obi we university for. All these things, so there should be policies. The parliamentarians will make it a national priority. Sabaya Yamano, Obi di 30 years or that's only in my minute. Abrocha udi 18 years pa. Utumi London, Europe, America. Unyanyemwa 18 years. Unyemwa. Yabema dying. Cancer flat, London. Yabema the answer anyem. Yabe bra down or beji. So, but look at a black man. Look at us. Look at us here. Mamifa winkem. Me busa me say the vote na ye vote your cost live vote man crofo member president no. E dia kra na ye cost salary. Wo hwe ye 17 point something million and a register yes. About 13 plus and a vote we need intra. They are not doing well. So a drenyumbre na utuka efo kroma the whole country is total darkness. Common street light na ma krom ye fa na dwo no. Eduane police ho. Minister of Energy o sa wan no. So obesoma say emfa Bob. Enko sho na kro no mu nya fe ma wo e ba kro no no. Ehu kro na ni mu nyam no. Emfa obi a ho. These are ministers. Ye the taxpayers sika etu omuka. Uko Ivory Coast ya ade ba kwa ye me wan no. Me ye drive me the whole Ivory Coast. Street light edura na dwa akukura ni abobodum ye no mo na ye border wa how. They are not different than us. But here no minister no ye tuaneka or the land cruiser ye the taxpayer and idea bufo so munyina de sare abobobo mo ka mu obi kwadwun so kra na obo sare sa no money na a waste of resources. So I believe say it is time we have a national pride. Esi ama ye kro no ye fe ye develop kro no and on be interview me catch up say me sali for mwakon. Say omoto abamamia may change this country within 8 years.
Within 8 years.
Yes, mema crow ma be kra be of our blog yet on the saying. Cement yes on the saying. Papa go for time and airport city.
Asempa
so to use our area no sa stretch no to National Theatre free wa. City no way. Dia kanyina izongo. We are living in the big village. Circle. Then almost say let's go to Accra. Accra na wehifa. Makola. There's nothing in Ghana. And I believe sir, it is time. Giving the people education is good, but infrastructure develop. Can you imagine say Puyano and Crawford online?
Yeah.
And the public corner be market no say you develop pass area no. Chama who hear me? You develop hotels, companies. You be plumber benye juma, cleaner benye juma, we benye juma. Usora na ukwe juma no apoma. Tourists bar. They spend their money there because the city is so glorious. So, and now on ya build the city of Kumasi, Sunyani almost capital city. When we city, we Accra, a haka crave for a croning in a free akosi bunukosi baby a crasy. And these are leaders who what to acquire Akolandia comes a light in soda. What America? America, 50 states in America. What baby comes a light in Swana Joda. Look at their main highways. Ultimate drive from New York to California, no potholes. If baby I met sika 40 power Trasako, almost all the rich people live in Trasako. These are MPs. Why not the land cruiser? No wasting government resources. So it is time we have a visionary leaders. Ghana has good leaders, but we don't have great leaders. Good is the enemy of great. We must have great leaders And my advice to President Akufo-Addo is that in the second term, you have to do well, better than what he did this time. Because at his age, you don't need much money to leave it for anybody. By your name, a good man, according to my Bible, I say a good man leaveth inheritance for his children's children. And that's my advice for him. Let's develop this country. Let's make this country beautiful so that Ukraino and you will be too kind. Who was you will spend it here. Inside of Saudi Dubai, no. Dubai, my tax free into a area of a sort of call investor. We can do something to make investment and businesses easier here. Do you know that it's so difficult to run a business in Ghana? Very, very difficult. One way, because the facilities, the frustration, the stress, you do be firm. But these foreigners, they have opportunities. Now, you Ghana, and we need to consider it. The church cannot do much. What the church can do is to continue to tell the truth.
But what so say church non so resources be brave. But more sorry man kra no ho kire won. Asore no emwa won. The welfare of members no enya sorry no asudie.
On say it depends. Omuka say you are sorry
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Yeah, some of them is over 100 years.
Yes.
Some of the Methodists is over 100 years. Presby is over 100 years. Those churches, you know, they are old churches. Time almost started as on we are senior to send it. And Sasia Muninya and Ebu credit chair woman. Be 50 acres.
Yeah.
Those days, you know, near their chair. And then for you, a church to get one piece of plot, you know, you ever catch yourself $300,000. Oko funny. So, enti omwa establish omu ye no. I believe say omu eso munya social policy.
Yes.
Interventions be Emma omumano because the church members are the shareholders of the church. That's what I believe. Say, and you never know, they are also helping people, but the majority no, the government also have the main responsibility because tax, the taxpayers' money, and you dig a teacher of mine until majority of the national cake, you know, the Ghanaians themselves, no, should be beneficiaries, not foreigners. Share, utukwaya, uko US na unya $10,000. Obi kra cha $10,000. You have to pay tax on it. $10,000. So we see. Now the shell bag now do migration near Chiwa. I know Musika now budget from some, they will take it from you. And then I'll try to play my Bema forms.
Yeah.
Declare how much money, almost 30 BBR, the whole world. So because majority of the scano, etna kronum. And yanchi chikro and for mao yanyanesa. Yanchi chikro and for ma aho. Yachi chikro and the makruma. So the citizens, you know, from here to for Ochi betumi chalk for panya belmani nipa krono so tie krase krono e Ghana ni a so feel good.
Yeah.
No hu say kra metimu national cake na meso so
me hia me
de meso mesa ka me de sani achechiro oman. The nation should be comfortable for the citizens of their country. Intino I believe say your leaders no asudi mo me yen toto aba and we still you vote because once I got 13 point something. Yeah. Next time someone I can assure you so better more because people are not ready to sacrifice themselves for few people to enjoy the national cake. Yes.
Wow. Prophet Elisha Salifu founder, leader, Alive Chapel International. Prophet, my nasi.
Yes, sir.
Na ukwe die bia o de mbehye mensa.
That's right.
Waja ye hɔ akɔde sɔfo ne ye mompae.
Empaibo Drew. Empaibo Drew. Prayer. On say, obu o say o minya mie wonim de ehia me obaya anya no kre. Until you pray, you will never receive intervention. When prayer goes up, then there's a release of intervention
from heaven.
The one mompire, Jesus says a mobompire. you don't pray to men, you pray to God. Every prayer is directed to God. So enti mpaebɔ de ɛyɛ adwuma. So ye hwan yo mpaebɔ edru mpaebɔ so a brɛ ho ase na gibi. So wo tie me wie yi a tem bia obete mpaebɔ no, you are not bigger than prayer. There's nobody here on earth who is bigger than prayer. Prayer is bigger than anybody. Enti no mumu ye mompae. Erade ene awie yede di kano yede aseda na ma wudin. Sa de bia wutie yen na wo ye no kwafo wa hwa yen so tension na wo atmosphere no nyina no se wo yi ni nyina afiri ho wa me yesa nya oman na wa ma sa oman baako ye de ho aseda ma enne obi biara otie yen ye de wo hye awurade nsa ye panyi ni enuanom omo studio ha enne omo control so multimedia nyina ye di obi a hye won nsa afi ani afi a ye besimu ye chichiri petuwo ewo Yesu de mu premature de ye chichiri no ye sai obonsam nwuma plans biara any orchestration biara obonefo na hyehyɛ no ye sani nyina wo Yesu de mu ma yedie mra o mai mu ma baako ye emra o mai mu fa hodie to yen so na ma ye nyi nipa baako as a oman. We are one nation under God. Bless us, enlarge our coast, and bless our borders. Amen. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Information be back. Now you put it to me. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful.
Great. Enti Sofo Elisha Salifo amwakwa na motene nka na mamfa we ntwam amamo se Nescafe sweet and creamy ade bia ye bo hu de ro e de kyeremo 1 Ghana cedi per. If you want something hot to spark your vim this afternoon, something sweet and creamy. Do you love that tantalizing aroma of coffee? Entimu amusha da pe coffee aroma no. All you need is 1 Ghana cedi and a cup of hot water as part of an awesome breakfast. ABS is here we are into lunch, but can you imagine say what di o lunch we na when ya coffee be papa bi or they are gulp down. Come on. With only 1 Ghana cedi, try the new Nescafe sweet and creamy mild coffee that is sweet and creamy. What are you waiting for? And try and you would thank me later. Breakfast, lunch, supper just got better with Nescafe sweet and creamy. It all starts with Nescafe. And mind you, sir, this advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA. Nescafe sweet and creamy. Amanfo agia tumbruta. Agbeve Herbal Center so the Mona soap and a Mona cream abedja so say ope inkum ene semina odi be dware ama honam atoso kama Mona soap and a Mona cream. Ye wa agbeve fever so say malaria na how pa wadru eno no agbeve tonic and agbeve balm. Tonic na ye nuanom ma madru eno no. So we suffer from menstrual clotted blood flow, Flemish menses, black menses, piles. Unya binomua ituas. Ye balm and so it takes care of bodily pains, boils, pompo, severe waist pains, and dislocations. Or the first one, ebeko Agbeve Herbal Center. Also, wire SFA. Fre 0246 595256 0246 595256. I mean, Kyle said. And there are some constituencies NDC raise issues about in the Ebekoho Sessioso Takwan Swayem and Ayeka say Sene West, you know, and of course Savlugu has also been named. We would be visiting all those constituencies now. Yako Akwa Kudin Komane share what is the current situation. Here we are. The Director of Electoral Services at the Electoral Commission, Dr. Srebo Kweku, yani ononsu bedi enkomo. Now all the concerns are about, especially the ones from the NDC against the EC, you know, yaje anuye edi efido. Enti coming up on the show, no, yere san komuni nyina ebebe yate se nsemi so koso wo banda, ene uko banda. Yes, MPP for nso sorry se omo ye omo coalition, the omo say seat na MP Reverend Ahmed Ibrahim. Omakaso on the way in Nanyano. In the Ekosiise On Asempa. And we have some very interesting interviews lined up for you. Enche Yebeko Akwakudi Sa and Komono Nyinara ewo ahoma no eso. Now later on, so Charles Owusu and your prek will be passing through our show. Now afe yetumi edi and Ekosiisen says na high Asempa 94.7 FM. Me bacho tiewe mami yeba would go around the constituencies. Now make sure constituencies are dispute abahono. Na ya sha say edi nkomo. Yeba sisi ya.
Ekona excise book no de twin.
Oh boss, dear him.
Orange one no. Yam dey record sales ni stock orders no.
Say mami asi you trotro mu ye keche bi wo mo.
E jawajo. Ena mumu bia ka hwe.
Mami asi. Ma Vodafone Red Trader app no mbu a ho netoto wadwuma sem yi. Keep records. Ton wo niema na gisika fa Vodafone cash so anase mobile money kan no so a wo mrekra. Fa wadwuma mpuntuo sha wonsa na ye ni yi. Download the Vodafone Red Trader app and Google Play Store and now say fresh 0302 334040. No hunu ye. Ready?
1xbet de wutuminya odds akakrakao. Sanso de sika kese ma wuji wusika nso a.
Ekosiisen On Asempa
na fa kwenye iso. Travel bet for 1xbet. Na wusu de sika pim nibi. Ko 1xbet.com.gh. They use the promo code 1xradio. Get 200% bonus. Wow, first deposit so. 1xbet. Bet BAB wo. Gambling what 2020 wa hwe yem. Enye ma wa wundi mfie du watwe. Gaming Commission ahwehwe mu aginkrato we atum.
Freshman capsules, a one memon pomudin, fresh cool capsules, a yema kuku,
fresh lady capsules, a woman maumutia or mufichukum.
Name or pinful or buy one more menu for now for that when if you do me no come. For 0243 559 319.
FD Ashoshe Jadi and Cry to Mwaja to Muse Aye.
Fresh products, hashtag Bobra.
This brought your dear. We're going to make every moment special. Whether it's
I see you, Kipo.
There's more than enough drama series to bond over. There is something to keep you.
What are we doing today, man?
Endlessly entertained. You won't miss the action between.
Nobody will be better. Ronaldo or Messi.
We're not going to rescue you from Auntie's questions. So
you said when you dey marry now.
That will give you ideas. Choose DSTV this holiday season and make it your moment for only 45 Ghana cedis per month. DSTV, it's your moment.
Abra yeguswa din kabom ekwentia COVID-19 yi. Ecobank ema wa kwanya hodwa. Wode betina fie. Abon ho ban na watumi du sikasem ahyewa wonsem. Fa Ecobank mobile didra bebia ne abrebia. Se wo Ecobank account ana wonibie. For text message ana email so forma ne sika. To credit, tia wo bills. Abra wuti fie edwodwo ho. Se ye sika puduo na oni ye didra. For your internet banking no so. Ecobank QR code ma wo kwan ma wo fa abefu siketua kwan so. Etua ne ma no dwumadie Waka won fasika potin entua twe Ecobank mobile eneya wo Google Play Store, App Store, ana yen Facebook page, ana bo star 770 hash e wo phone bia so na chance didwa Ecobank dwene ho kai sa wo bema kwan ada oni afoforo ntem e ya ta hohoro wonsa e na afei emfa wonsa nkeke wanim wo hia moa bia frɛ Ecobank contact center e wo 3225 da bia ene abrebia a wontua hwe tena fie na bo ho ban Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank.
Cocoa Dairy Free Coconut Milk. Cocoa Dairy Free Coconut Milk. Yekube America, obo adie dua bakube ene ye di aye. Se wudi guti ana cocoa mo.
Ekosiisen On Asempa
ema no peduane ye kra behwa ankasa. Calcium ni vitamin D2 a ewo mu no. Ema wose ni wondompe mu ye den. Vitamin D12 no nso boa ma wo moja no di efurusane. Cocoa die eduaba na ye di aye. Na Vegetarian Society a ewo UK agya tum pefi. Cocoa Dairy Free Coconut Milk. Jibaku sesia. Etufo frɛ telephone 027-444-0180. FDA ahwehwɛ saa edwadie nkrato yi mu agya tum sɛ ye. Cocoa Dairy Free Coconut Milk.
Sama yi obey. Ma pom din be ko yi a na ye 21st clinic.
What 21st clinic dear? Esuna fidie a ye de yenhwehwemu. Ena esuna fidie a ye de sayade. Ye wo emfidie ni nrupa. Ye de sayade o haw bia ni akiri.
Akoma yade. Esikire yade.
Ahohwehye. Wo sisi. Wo to asentini atwetwen wo. Ye funu awo ne enam nsensem.
21st clinic. Ye twa scan. Ye yemogya mu hyehyemu.
Afeti esumasem.
Se wanti woni pedua na ase a, wonte ayaresa ase. Esono se wa ahoden. Ena esono se wa apomden. Yare bia woni efire. Enti enuma bedru abra wonim yare no kofa bai
ene da ho no
21st clinic wɔ branches bebree wɔ Kumasi ubahu 21st clinic wɔ Ahwea ɔmone Ahwea total filling station nedi animhwɛ a ɛbɛn Alpha Radio Accra yɛwɔ Domi market heavy do dining mu a yɛn krabata bi nso wɔ BA ɛne sɛhwi frɛ yɛn wɔ 0540 311 311 0540 311 311 ana www.21stclinic.com
21st clinic ana yewo krom.
Belacqua so cool, refreshing the family, empowering lives for a better day, quenching your thirst, preserving society. Belacqua for us, Belacqua mineral water. Keep drinking, Belacqua for us. Belacqua mineral water. Keep drinking, Belacqua for us. Belacqua mineral water.
Sadia Belacqua, ekum yesukom no. Oma tintim afidia, etimi dane rubber ni edi yard foforo. Die kan say recycling plants. Our de bobo ade bobra etwa ye ho ahia ho ban. Belacqua mineral water. Ye dwini adasa yedie. FDA, arrest anka to imo agye atum se eye.
Let me tell you what makes my cooking fire. Festiva has all you need to make every meal special.
Ekosiise On Asempa FM.
Dinner, papepi. Festive and my delicious breakfast, papepi. Lunch,
Choose from our wide range of Festiva products and make every meal tastier.
Festiva, food items you can trust.
And if you have a foodie family like mine, Festiva is your best bet.
Festiva, adding flavor to your life.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Enapa. Yo, enapa sardines, enapa mackerel, enapa soya sauce, yeah, enapa baked beans. For sandwich, kenke, and salad, try the tuna. Enapa chocolate drink, avanti numbio, ne creamy pan. And dairy cream, so avanti diania yet dead. Hey, enapa, hey, the suku.
Enapa sardine is in vegetable oil. It's best for your kinky or your banku and pepper.
Use enapa mackerel for your soup.
Ekosiise On Asempa FM.
Na spaghetti need the Italia baby.
Hey, enapa, hey, the suku. Enapa, hey, the suku.
FDA ahwehwɛ saa edwedie nkrato yi ade ato mu sɛ ɛyɛ.
Heaven, oh heaven, heaven, yeah, bako. Heaven, oh heaven, heaven, yeah, bako. Heaven mosquito quail, bako. Repels mosquitoes, less smoke, you know they break. Used to having insecticide spray, no now won't malaria so better. It's on to little friend one man. Heaven, oh heaven, heaven, yeah, bako. Heaven, oh heaven, heaven, yeah, bako. Heaven.
Do not sleep in a room with a burning coil. Leave room for 15 minutes after spray and allow for adequate ventilation.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Abra yeguswa din kabom ekwentia COVID-19 yi. Ecobank ema wa kwanya hodwa. Wode betena fie. Apo ho ban na watumi du sikasem ahyewa wonsem. Fa Ecobank mobile didra bebia ne abrebia. Se wo Ecobank account ana wonibie. For text message ana email
Ekosiise On Asempa FM.
Abra wutifie edwodwo. Se yesikapuduo na oni didra. For your internet banking no so. Ecobank QR code ma okwan ma ofa abefu siketua kwan so. Etua niema no dwumadie
ahodoɔ ka womfa sika pɔtee entua twe Ecobank mobile ɛnɛ ya wɔ Google Play Store, App Store, anaa yɛn Facebook page, anaa bɔ *770# ɛwɔ phone biara so na hyɛ aseɛ di dwa. Ecobank dwene wo ho ka isa wobɛma kwan ada wo ne afoforo ntɛm ɛyɛ ata ahohoro wo nsa ɛna afei ɛmfa wo nsa nkeka w'anim wohia mmoa biara frɛ Ecobank Contact Center ɛwɔ 3225 da biara ɛne aberɛ biara a wontua hwee tena fie na bɔ wo ho ban. Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank.
Wow! Aha, Dania brochure. Global lighting for lights. And the accessories papa ne ball from Sunu. We're providing lighting solutions for Ghana more than 20 years. We're pay no environment at a sign for fair. Europe Niema, the highest standard in terms of quality. Ceiling lights, outdoor lights, chandeliers, wall lights, compound lights, LED panels, spotlights, braces and surface, switch and sockets, wiring cables, and the Kekahua, electricians, and the contractors at the year one projects no will free global light. When are your friend ultra modern? Papa B, street lights nipples now. Water one near ma was sunny ama technical advice.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM
027-900-3066. Only textbook market div anymore. Osu Ari. A man from Fred 0302-769-382. One my coffee house in the div anymore. And the Kumasi 0278-744-886. One Palace Mall and the div anymore. Santa's runabout.
Global lighting.
And Kania Pahifi.
Akwenhyia wo hoi esida ebetumi aye afidie akwenhyia ana ebetumi aye akomayare ana emdwodwoe mpo ni awudi kan ye no eho hia pa se yade a wankasa wanya akwenhyia ana wahu akwenhyia a fra 112 nenya muaye intem afri afidie a wode fa ayarefo eno nya akomatoyem efise afidie a wode fa ayarefo bebro ahasa na abagana Fre 112 womre a wapomodin mu aye din nejewo ene wabusuafo ene wadofo enkwa 112 emwa beba 112 nya hobambo memfre emre a wonhia moa esanse ebetumi ama obi a ohia emwa enkwa efri ninsa ye omamba pa.
Please, where are we going for Christmas shopping this year? Hello, children.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
This is because Malcolm is giving up to 50% discount on thousands of items. Yay! Merry Christmas! Malcolm is at your doorstep with the White Christmas Sale promo. Malcolm is offering the opportunity to surprise your family, friends, and loved ones with lots of goodies this month of December. Walk into any Malcolm shop nationwide and get a whooping discount up to 50% on thousands of items. But remember, terms and conditions apply. Malcolm, where Santa shops.
Asempa, Asempa, Upa Asempa Tia, Utuni Radio Mupa, Odim 94.7, Asempa FM, oh yeah, do Papa, Asempa FM, everywhere you are, Asempa FM, everywhere you go, Asempa, hey, Asempa, hey, all talk all day.
94.7 Asempa FM so all talk all day yema munyina akwa baby o yeda masesema twen yen ama yakọ aba ye hwe atro se de ye kan aka no ye beko all the constituencies are in some
On Asempa
not under dispute, of course. The NDC raise issues with Brena in some constituencies. We'll go there. Ya tell say okọ banda constituency in Sembi Ekoso ewo you ya ye electoral commission director of electoral services and so bekasa na afei ye the san sem ni nyina no abono na yaje anu ye ewon sem na eho enra wonim say former president Mahama address press for the first time comprehensively on issues omo ehu about this election. And the most shocking result is Okaikwe North constituency, because since 96 Okaikwe North has been a safe seat for the NPP. Kwame Safo MPP ewo Ni Boy Town and on the way Abre. This one says Obi, good afternoon to you and Omai Hene and your entire multimedia group for a fantastic job. Also the NPP victory party still ongoing here in Copenhagen, and NPP Denmark congratulates the newly elected president the incorruptible Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. May the Almighty God continue to bless him. Ghana has won. Long live the NPP, long live Ghana. That's from Mr. President. Mr. President Ewo Denmark and all the way Abre.
Ekosiisen
Ma
On
Yanko
Asempa
Banda
FM.
Erastus Asare Donko Ewa Manuzo Miano Enin Komo Erastus Akwa Be Ekosiisen Suni.
Bejo so minya.
Na apomi ye de. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Great.
Adumara kwa.
Yeah, nyame adumu okra yen kakra. Enti yate se nsem bi bobo by free banda NPP4 kan nsem bi so omo nso akoleti result ehun so omo na awi ni akoye bebre. What is actually happening? And then ekoso.
Yo, enti ene kopie mu obanda wo bono mantem na emabuno no ete omo hugu monten so a omo ye oyekre ni nyina ne se omo ntiafe se electoral commission declare abano ediama NDC candidate friend Ibrahim na ni nyina ne se omo chese dano a electoral commissioner declare elections no ho no omo twena dwen esi so se eniema bi nkoyi e figures na wa calculate no the common train normal time calculating again. According to Omono, ECN Geo Masam, and until about Omo declare no, Bessia Omo de Capita, a Bono Macono, Omo who said, Sabi, Binkuma could dinifa, and then if answer be Binkum. Nina say, Ura Joe Dankwa, our Homa NPP no, Omo editum say, pay Omo calculation no, Ono and our winning. Nemum sa emma electoral commissioner declare no enye sanete almost the parliamentary election results collation form copies emma media no bako any krami metini akase mintini ya electoral commissioner emma certify sampa we copy almost the bar bontin almost any almost the net tally. The try to electoral commissioner or district or Bekasa or Rames or Catem will need office. Indeed, Minya Butema no be drew office or Beframe, name to see you near Simbiaka. Nina form ye cramia. Polling stations Nina numbers no also NPP, NDC. Now electoral commission calculation almost no, but they are almost the PA no, almost figures no Ora Joe down for almost calculate and almost say on how 8,195.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
8,195. Ahmed Ibrahim Diano 8,276. 8,276. Enti ono ena awini. Na yeye fa calculator ye calculate no makoma no. Nia ebepiem ene se NDC Diano Osha Omo Enya 8,219. So calculated based on figures a parliamentary election results summary sheet here. NPP for the media. Na medical kase minyan confirm was no take form.
Okay.
And no NPP for Ediaba. So calculating makoma NDC Benya 8,219 instead of 8,276. As declared. NPP Benya 8,246 instead of 8,195 per sheet economy. It's not to say NPP are winning by 27 votes. But the electoral commission man certifies Kata is coming the same thing and almost declare and then tally.
Okay.
And a figures no calculate here.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Our sheet in the soul.
I mean, Pacho, Siciano, the one the EC declared, MPP for say, Omujituma enye yelu, Ukraine no be.
And then the crime why, and only parliamentary election results summary sheet, a crime is Siciano.
Okay, and a Ukra.
But I don't make us minya authentication and confirm that this is the exact true copy.
Okay. And a Ukra the MPP for the ma one and so. Great. Now me pato ni nyina no polling agent assign so ni bibia.
No polling agents are assigned what paper so mame ensure last page na member din on show.
Yes.
Declaration or say we the undersigned do hereby declare the results are shown above are true and accurate of the ballots in this constituency. Returning officer Richard Kwanzaa assigned Ewaha Abu date 8/12/2020 1:31 a.m. Anytime I was signed here. I say polling agent I almost signed Ewaha Aguna Mohammed NDC or no assign Waha Swala
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM
or no assign Ewaha. Demon Yaw Samuel or no agent for one married or say there was overvoting with New Apostolic Church Banda Ahinko polling station. Sano Chewa.
Eno ye MPP Nino.
MPP Nino
okay.
Yaw Samuel.
Okay.
And the reason here one sign or say now overvoting sa polling station a friend New Apostolic Church Banda Ahinko polling station also overvoting now a ma a war boss na a door thing. Near a war ballot paper no and so on the one sign. Nemum and yes I reason no and give us say on person much a year parliamentary election results collation form I dema omono CI 127 no almost calculated polling stations no and ma a PM one of my coma qua almost say results no SSC near electoral commission at the
assessment sheet in so no. Now, me patrol at the press conference. Now, apart from omonso equality ya omode form ne ma mo who say new numbers or more can 8219 and 8246 no. Did they show you copies of the pink sheet from the various polling stations that omo akikambo manyas our numbers you know?
I know the omo fa bibisa ama. Ya omo de ba ye no. Public election regulations, Form 1C.
Yeah.
Parliamentary election results, collation form.
Yeah.
And on the premises here.
And on
the polling station, a number sitting in our ha. And NDC, MPP, so GCPP, and total votes cast, our rejected ballots, for all the polling stations, our cities.
My main Kayet for Moshe and say person demonstration and the course of Banda MPP for Piego Mountain so Oba Asempa FM your Facebook page I will be who Mrantian and Mabawa Piego Mountain so demanding say electoral commission and sign in declare results for Banda constituency. Now Erastus Abane Sano MPP party or Honomaka say Omwatimi a petition is in the district and as I feel no mobile petition is
The Omoka is Ura Abronye DC. I know the original chairman our Bonohano or Kekanyama Buma petition electoral commission. Nemo Momono Chete almost declined electoral commission. There are some irregularities for the Panaswa. I was there almost normal come was a minimum electoral commission and you almost
hello Erastus. Hello. Wow. Erastus Ahomano article or Banda area how into we can understand, but I think by and large, and some was all the Tuja and what to me at the Atuja and the from Erastus report on the Amaya, say Oshe the result as declared by the Electoral Commission or Banda constituency. Joe Dankwa, who is the NPP's candidate in 8,195. Yeah, Erastus. Okay. Ma mention I know 8,195 and Ahmed Ibrahim no so NDC candidate in 8,200 276. And that's just Ahmed Ibrahim no, was declared winner in that constituency. But MPP for said, Omonso afa results from all the polling stations in the constituency. Omoke kabumua. Omuhu se Ahmed Ibrahim Amano, instead of 8,276, no, rather 8,219. And a Joe Danko MPP candidate on the instead of 8,195, no, rather 8,246. 8,246. Into your mono free say, also a candidate in the declare no winner. My uncle Techiman South. Enra yete set Techiman South. In fact, Electoral Commission chairperson declaration no or can say or announce results no without Techiman South constituency. Later yesterday, EC had a list of seater party be winning in Parliament. We saw say Omo de Techiman South account. What happened? Kofori e Techiman South. Kofori akwaba na prompt saying. Okay. In Techiman South no asumdriaba EC say Omo de account the NPP won that seat. Situation na what is here to saying.
The top of me, Emma and this amount you know about the team or my constituency, 50 years of my fancy for me. On an anonymous Africa, and they are maybe some Africa now or form so who yanning Yama, a couple of 60 man, and not so many family and son after a month. Being an answer about one move, there may be answered. The same and I'm a 30 members, no problem. I'm to say, you are uncle, the same to your mother, about things I am and I can't find time to me at the other. If you look at an animal, I'm also and cabby, I'm also one on two. So that they are the Timan to the other people after you now at the bro, at me, Abba, and what see, or 33, I've been here, Ebba, if it's here, 30 members, about me to giant, and anything.
Kofori me ba obeto aso ma menka etiefo a etie yen se asiedu nketia ko Techiman South. The footage no ye very very interesting. Se woko Facebook live see a wo be hu na na mema kantinke omo kwa inti yeah wow and a police for almost under helicopter to see so eba to see a regional post office. I have to do Katia and a first and planning phobia will be a trip by yourself on the place now on regional east, you know. I didn't come out far. You see, I west and I think in the Techiman South declaration of saying the here. It's time for Monday, the beer and young account once. I'm planning for beer and young could sign the beer air Omono Omodito and after Omodin Kunim, MPP Nadi and after MPP Nadino. Omunya Bibia, 80 South, the Senti and Omanka Bar, Omababia, regional East in Casano. This year, I know Cassadia as a security, I am very, very, very tight. I was a smart Tobian, and Mino Casa said a helicopter to a bomb pamper, I was a Tima in Montaigne. So just a good war, the who cast and upon the Ambokas Masuma, a new and an Abba regional committee center for maybe a year
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
So just cast and who you knew now, so just our hands so every do our regional officer, post response to the debris. About the Omoka, this one, Omujan, Eba before Abosana, so now in some of the Econo, or much to a few from her. But let me tell you, so a person supposed to send the one to a war, finding me power come here, the kind of family are blocked by one to say, for your bottom one. You to office, no, I will win Sunday Council. If you are blocked, find out, echo to your bottom, I'm a fan of one way, if you bottom bucket to my I'll find in the hole and I'll be back. So what is the bill where I may have look up tunnel, and then number a bomb contact. I was a Tima in Montaigne. Now, who's any time to go on to a wood? Party for the degree. Our Montaigne.
Mammy Musa, who said Captain Akamba, national organizer, Eba Hobby, ain't he a year only a Sierra Katiana Bayana?
Captain Akamba Ebabi Johnson I said in Katia and so a woman.
Okay.
So and a former Panifa who will be and a woman. The woman in the Bama
Ekosiisen On Asempa
your cancer. We are just saying in Katia and in Panifa moving from Bayama. Omane regional EC of Anonso, our demo, so moving come on.
Omani needing come on.
Omani needing come on. Media, the Omidiano, Obasansa Babe, Obaba Breast Mediano. Now they are missing so they are told a Butaponi Ghana for you. So,
it is here no party for no. Omu demand and kasa because o share video I would send ye and it for mesremo oko Facebook Asempa 94.7 FM o behwe nipa abodom pem e wotechima mountain so a ese wani ensa o ka kire me ba to for supporters no mu demand pa ne say isi ne nya dan
obviously omu demand pa kasa ene kire omu is just a justice e betimi so aba omu kasa aba no return officer no declared winner for both presidential and parliamentary now. And to the Omusha to see any say when this will be no one see a woman there. And yeah, Omonso Omuki to me now ready. Ewaha. You see me funny the Emra. Na MP Kamen you couldn't so inform the Emra. Now say Omuma for not the Omubiano, Obia. Now what do you say?
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Ono mum and I didn't see na nye aya owura Martin aje mensa quarter a ujamuma MPP and I didn't see ano ana namso ama NDC ama you company for the city national omabaha omoba be change some no e wo mu no
okay
now the one plan say ya for aya constituency EC office e ho no ko na order for patrol say waba na oba be share some no the course e ko do na say eyo kwanin pa and I say EC boss constituency na za oni ho eni ti owura ba kwa wo gina mu di e returning officer na onu mo na obobo aba no e na obi sa say aba no kwambe no gina ya o declare na wo declare na papa na chese oni nkan for the entry kasa
Asempa
enti woni owura say din katia kwa e na onu ni di nkomo then wati no owura say din katia area of so Prophetic ni ni say bibia ya de bro nti omo koma koma nto omo yam na de omo hihye no enu nti e na omo so wo ho ama ba tetuma ko dia ni enti so mbe fi ha kono na nsam no de wo mbia anso no omo tini ama omo so aso na omo de bibia anso ama omo
na mo na mo ye nsem trofo e wo ho electoral commission returning officer or constituency ho no we declare abano parliamentary result no officially wo ho ana said ye nyina ye te say EC wo nkran e de aka list ne hono sa na munzo munim
da pepe na yenso yunim
and it was not declared officially in the constituency
ni mo sa da no a omo declare no na pente ni esiye and it say eno wati no he na omo declare no de me akaka mi ntimi ntbe
okay
so see am ba jina say he wo just say this ya na regional EC officer no so e din command ya na ACBCCI
okay
Asempa FM.
Obi wote nga
yeah wo de mete won ka but voice now pese yet na mente okay Kofori enye clear papa but I think generally no wa ma yehu de ekoso this should be Techiman South constituency de me na se na yenhwe entwaso Ekosiisen na high Asempa 94.7 FM make us say yaw prekwat na so ye deputy communications director of the NPP Sanso and a Charles Ousu ewa ha ono eye adwuma ewo the forestry commission of Ghana. And I know maybe Boyan Afe, Yedi and Koba, we still have some few constituencies to visit. Now, you the current situation, na Yetimi Abba Studio Abedi and Koba. And of course, some of the issues raised NRA by the NDC. So, Yenya Electoral Commission, Director of Electoral Services, Yanenon so Ebedi and Komo. Na Yaji in Chimukakra on all the issues in the motion and so. If you are a member of Parliament, and you pretend that you haven't seen my phone calls, I'll also pretend that I haven't seen your photo on the ballot paper when I get to the polling station. Okro Yabua, Breman Benin, and Onodi Way, Abba. We say, congratulations to President-elect Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. Lessons learned in this election are taken in good faith, and I know leadership has started rectifying the errors. The mandate to serve in truth and honesty has always been the hallmark of the NPP government. The candidate who is failing to accept monumental defeat has just 19 days to seek redress at the law court, but he should stop inciting the supporters for chaos. The international community has taken notice of the smooth election run by Jean Mensa and the EC. In summary, there is only one Ghana, and there are laws in this country. Once again, congratulations, President Akufo-Addo, for the one-touch victory. Jesse Boakon onowo mamprobi and odi way abraying. Messages no edoso. We say listen to the guy properly, please. It is not two separate sheets. Same single sheet, but the individual result does not sum up on the very official results. I don't think I get you. George, in the United Kingdom, I think I probed furthermore, say two separate sheets in the crano. Good afternoon, Obi. The opposition should know press conferences will not overturn anything. Ivan and Onodi way Abba. Ivan Edase. Papa. Dr. Srebo Kweku, Director Electoral Services, Electoral Commission. Doc, Akwabana apom to saying. Okay. Me bato radio be on so many ba form kakra.
Okay.
Aha. Ain't Sisiade, I think it's better. Edi kain two things. Enra yehu list of parliamentary seat a party be winning in parliament. Na ye twensan ki be say outstanding no ebe ye bia 2, but we saw just Senate West ye hu Techiman South. At what point na mu declare Techiman South there no?
The thing is parliamentary seat in the area declare no constitutional level by the return of it. It is requested for the list of elected parliamentarians who are the regions from the regional directors. And based on the figures now, the agenda is the publishing.
And based on figures, a returning officer in the constituency, the Mamono.
Regional director.
Oh, the regional director. Yes.
Ekosiisen On Asempa for the parliamentary AC.
And now, Omono dear, no, but Omanfo Hono catcher and said you see in every constituency, say the returning officer no would declare and as announce why the winning parliamentary seat in the constituency, coalition center, hono. In their case, or an argument say, or by na pintain by an am so, Emadipa Mienu, a way into a moment to me, announce so. How come? How did that happen? Why was it not announced?
The information I'm going to I'm declare that results on Wednesday. I'm going to declare in tapping to the
Okay, indeed they declared the parliamentary result, and they say your friend is saying MPP candidates in a winning, and some pinchain neighbor.
Some information I few regions.
Oh, okay. That's for Techiman South. Because, your name say, as we speak, the General Secretary of the NDC is in the constituency. Your report, NDC in Community, and say, we share the district electoral office or more meeting musisi and all of that. If they are to petition say is there a possibility?
So officially would declare results there. Now won't be any reverse no. Just be a petition to the court, high court now. Court no I'm a division by end. The law is take away say it protected the situation so we not whatever. I declare results open or down on top of it. And the official once you declare results, then it is only the court that can reverse it.
Okay, and is this year the NPP won parliamentary at Techiman South.
Based on the
information I'm is here. Okay.
So, Emma say, region Benomania or Montewuna, or ya also be a NPP saying, NDC saying, if there's independent, they don't say. Now, what you have to learn is someone because the rooms are outstanding. Outstanding normally, I just say, why is it outstanding? Why it's been?
And the NDC flag bearer a press conference at the Asempa Brenatuja Oshasia with the presidential said they had issues with figures in free eastern region at a point lister and as a former na omo agent assign na figure be and was so but later there was another form and no agent in sign na no figure a different. And then they see Eastern region.
From the NTS said, unlike 20 up to 2016 now I declare results for constituency one. Oh, the new CI 127 regions will declare results by doing collation. In the national level, there you collect results from the regional office, not the constituency offices. In the polling stage, if one declare, normally, this is an constituency. Not constituency is a quality. Constituency collation, for parliamentary, and a final. The one the constituency declares when we know a parliamentary, then you are MP elect. Now, we are not for president and call region. Now, regions are quality constituency results. So we are the national quality regional
Asempa FM.
And according to Eastern region for no, more quality results we no, on the moon say, more our rather than Ayensu and Anapamaka say yes, Jaman, but rather than Ayensu.
I know Ayensu Anumum.
Ayensu, yes.
Okay.
Ayensu Anu, you can say Ayensu Anu.
Yeah,
Ayensu Anu. I'm not going to count them, but Obia figure no cost. The results for Ayensu and constituency no man can count. And the which means they're not what they collected, no, take the two. The Ayensu they could count now for the three. It was more TV, no. And I was say, NDC MP, NDC agent in the pre war. So the other agents are almost signing. And the more fair, NDC is about now, or my, and I'm so much here in the bed. The vanity.
Okay, into EC regional boss, no, equality all the constituency results, no, and left out Ayensu, no, and all the officers of the EC how is that possible?
I couldn't now.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
But as director of electoral service, does that happen normally?
Yeah, combination. It depends on the diligence of the one who is doing it. You need to pay attention to such details, you know. But you cannot rule out negligent number. The most important thing is a bar you correct it. So the concentration now should be there. The collation of constituency results, is it a true reflection? And that's almost 51 more figures. And for us, we don't have any evidence to prove the figures yet. And anybody can take the three constituency results and do another collation and find out Because constituency results, all the parties have.
But may one too many because yes, Ayensu no result was not added. Now was say back assign be correct, and even or add na parties na sign on that second form no NDC rep no and sign be meboa.
And Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
And one sign there a normal thing within election because over for voter region there nothing can happen. Voters also no MP for and sign. But went ahead and did it.
In the form NDC rep now sign doesn't take anything away.
The law not say why sign. One sign indicate the reason why you are not signing. It is the only reason the next level no say reason then you will attend to it. And for who we are polling station results. Now obviously the results no one time. Or basically the reason why one sign no. Now the calculation one the return officer is mandated to investigate if there are some good grounds are no address it. If the whole police station one here, the return officer will not come and look for you or go ahead. No issue.
Should I be worried as a Ghanaian say okay it is a officers a Eastern region admittedly omuhu ayensu anu the later ebabe ade. But should I be worried say maybe then there are other numbers be and so mu refia yenim.
The speculation there no. All of evidence now the bar it will address.
And from the okay, not just an information amunya and a timer electoral officer and as a penny or that region no. Or more are they ayensu are not dear to the numbers no. Now NDC agent ni ho.
My information sir no but other or no obesity.
Okay, he was there, he saw the Aden app no, but on your ready saw be sign into one sign.
That is the information no. Into obesan one sign.
Okay.
But the issue was sir all your collation now the true reflection the emphasis is in what that is the true reflection. So emphasis I am from son of a rectifier. Is it the true reflection? Because they are supposed to add 33 constituencies. If you don't want to declare no, is it the true reflection of the 33 constituency results? No, and then you have more.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Into the most important thing is it the true reflection of what actually happened in the region?
Okay. In the form the here I'm gonna say 33 constituencies in the war Eastern region. It was say ye can constituency results ni nyina boom back. Now region for the abremo e national. And the number they brought no a tally with numbers from all the constituencies in the Eastern region. Sana woka. But Doc, so we share the AC here with even o boss, the chairperson, or yeah announcement new year. The following day there was somebody's statement about to explain say or mention total votes cast rather than total valid vote cast. And to there's a difference no. Ebai. Ode ayensu anu die ya ebe ye ka ho a are the mistakes not one too many and no so dodo.
I human institution. Obi
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
But the system should be able to address it. I don't think you involve all agents in the work, no. It is total number and rectified. With respect to the chairperson there, it did not affect any of the candidates. State is total valid vote, no, and a total vote cast. there will be little votes.
That is with chairperson announcement, you know.
Yes. And the true reflection of the votes for the various candidates, you know. But this is the best state is about what kind of go to total value votes, you know, of total vote cast there. But not a question I correct.
Yeah, but the other thing is from all your declaration we saw she was reading a written speech. In na yatro bibia ediama, and I recall earlier obo attention to detail, obo due diligence at the highest level, and knowing how critical our assignment was. I mean, more yes, our due diligence, na.
And the most important is that it did not affect any of the vote candidates in the votes. So the attention was more on the votes, you know, and their percentage, and it didn't affect it.
Yenim se muni locus as to what happened in constituencies. I don't know. Returning officers have on handle BB. I know more the information or abremo, but the NDC raised issues in some other constituencies. For example, Omabo Setakwan Swayem say there were a number of recounts. Ewo Coalition Center. Is that allowed? Saadi no ye peneso.
At the discretion of the returning officer, it is now it is detected there. Because now Omar Levy question on that. As a returning officer, when it comes to law, you have to do the recount. Now, Mom said, police station, what they are, as I told them, you cannot do the recount.
Okay. It's Obama crime here recount to Coalition Center. Not just I was say one of the agents now I requested a polling station answer.
Yes, indeed the Omu request here. No I recount. Maybe officers are requested you. If you want to assure us first one when your figures right. No, I request for recount once your figures right here. The third officer has the discretion to object to it or to ignore it. But once the press is always, what filling in form, you have to make a comment on the form as an agent. Now, you requested for recount one, yeah. The result is number 2, return officer, he's mandated by law to do the recount.
Okay. Ain't when you request a polling station, na officer wanna ama and grant us our request na. I was say
mandated the first recount they are mandatory.
Oh, polling station no.
Yes, first recount they are mandatory.
Okay.
Who can do the first request mandatory, you cannot deny that.
Okay. Ain't you say
another recount and our discretion.
In another recount, so you shouldn't discretion as a wanya. And on Uba Coalition Center,
on Asempa FM. So,
okay,
right and responsibility. It is your right to request for, and it's your responsibility to indicate it on the form.
On the form. Okay. And once you indicate on the form, say, requested for recount, a second one by one farmer, and on Woodru Coalition Center, a mandatory, say, your friend is a returning officer or one else, also a mammo kind.
Exactly.
And I don't know how many times I'm moving to me a kind of coalition center.
And also at the discretion of the return officer. Because, for example, about the president of the say, Obinya 5, Pekunya 3.
Asempa
why you recount? No one the same figure now, who call for recount fee. No, Mom said, maybe try we recount work coalition center. No. Different from what the president officer stated. Then you want to be double sure. That one,
yeah. Okay, until at the discretion of the return of the 100 times for a movie to me, right?
As long as the figures keep on changing. Okay, the common sense you tell that you are not getting it right.
You are not getting it right. Okay, if it's proven, sir, at the polling station, no, agent be requested for recount. ena ebia o mobile collation center ho no pinchen kakraba wezi yen kan bi return office anon so hwa o peace nti okay mo de enya hwe se mu nyina mate ase a mo ma yen ko ahead ne yen sign kan ne bi that is illegal.
Wrong.
And consequence ne yeden.
Oh sir, best anu wa yer account no mu na ma jati yen ebedu ye ho na once you have accepted the source you can but we will censor him but not including him or her in our next activity.
Okay.
But the law no I'm saying there.
It is a kokoba se ebia ono aye recount no. And as we allow for the recount na party back on estate was so say memfoa so say or recount here because it was not initiated at the polling station. And no mo betimi invalidate result no.
A bit depending on the results when I buy no. Is the result different from what was determined at the polling station? And this
the same, yeah. It will stand. Hello, Doc. Hello, Doc. Hello. Hello, Doc. Oh, too bad. Dr. Srebokweku and Moten and Kano, Director Electoral Services, the Electoral Commission, Ekosiisen On Asempa 94.7 FM. Bomade na also for our Jinche Brain 0546 382 287 0546 382 287. Odo messages neba yebehwe na yakan amount. But your phone at na say studio and I'll go back to them na afi mama won akwaba na ya share the common no ahihye. So while we work the lines to get Dr. Srebokweku back no ya preko mama wakwaba apom to saying
enua papa nyanko pa don boko pa
ekoyi
ekoyi
enije wo ho
enije wo ho bre na ya bre na bende
enije na dimu de
oh edimu
we sure
yes ya perfect form Ghana for the amai etidi ebe na aka
we nye form wa memene mfe kakra wom
oh form wa chese Ghana for you omoyem de amai because for a certain president to win with over 600,000 votes it means mood ba ku bi representing nipa o the sani into nipa ba getting close to 1 million say
sign to us
you know we are two ama we but in finfin no montem no they separate mo mi no yeah more than 500,000 nipa how dem gina wa be kan ba ko close to about 600,000 that's a lot so what can say the odi echi ni nkonko pe bi mra na na ne ma no e be den enti ni so se Ghana for a kire sa odo no baby and man nkete bi so ahunu bi wo so going forward no and they say party mpanimfu ohia ombetena se na yahwe say party ne ko nanim no and to ya ne nhihye se ye na itimi de ne amato yie na itimi ko yanim eti obusa election ne de ya de Ghana for ka bebre ase da e be da Ghana for ase so obi ba na wo so akọ one time pe Ghana for se de wo ye bia ye da na se onko no obi abo no so akọ one time ma we Ghana for se e be te ase ato a so one time kan ho. There is a difference. So that's here. No nkwa akra ya hoho Mahama su a wo su nyina ye closest opponent this one no su nyina ne se Ghana for man ko one time tie de ne ka one time en fana de man en wo dan ye ka ba Ghana for se da bi yenye ne sa wabomu na kire wado wo ye ni yi a ke be se wo ma enti wantimi anye ni yi a Ghana for ne wo ka one time se chinchina atwan se ye pe o ye mpe o ya kadan ya de ne ka one time but akufu adon so ba no sabi one time na bi no adi Ghana for se da bi ye head ye wo ye no a ye ma oto aso a eyeyie na nyankopon chaade Ghana for assign my kwan se ye nto aso na wo hwe votes na in the history of our elections there are a lot of things we can talk about. Akufu adon na certain president when you these numbers I'm not talking about the percentage but the actual votes cast for a certain president a record obinya sa figures na sa millions na waboa no e dey secure second term na what so no
over 6 million
sa obinya bi
ba obi nso yenko election be a voters register ni kra nipa 17 million.
Pani ano de o nchechiri mu arebe ma no. The reality I mean who say nipa over 6 million ato Abama Akufo-Addo say ya approve ni say on second term. If it is not true, you tell me it is not true.
No, that's a fact.
Perfect.
But that's who year no kwase nchen yen.
And so back out there. Also back out there. Akufo-Addo aye record. So Abana ya kwato na MPP for the ne ba ye no. Ghana for nipa dodo ato Abama Akufo-Addo no. Yen to aba e mo bi nto bi ma president bi say ada in the history of our politics. It is a fact. Akufo-Addo na yes record na ma yen. Ya da Ghana for ase. Ye na de nka ye pe no. Ye pe chen sa. Di na ese etwetwere ye bo ye ni agyen so ese ye di nkomo. Hwe say immediately ye kosi nkonwa akɔhwe de ankoye. This is MPP for you. We don't believe in mediocrity. Kenya majority in parliament. Ye be secure majority in parliament. Ye to your name here. Utie de ekoso obanda here. But to us that is not enough. And yes sir na nke no. It must be convincing such that obi be also a press conference Ghana for tiom so already na akeken. Ye nyina ye need to ye hu. What I say? That is how we wanted it. And until na said here intentem ya ni manimu ya party mpanin for party ma obi a etere na dwene se nyene no. But so we are not to nchen a there are a lot of good things we can take from this. Yes, our crown said, yeah, bonia, you know. Yeah, you Ghana for ye. So, yeah, record where my Akufo-Addo say, on only president in our history. You have to do a power. What kind you have to back a sepa, man. How is MB before? This is something we have to go to the Ghanaian people and say, thank you for this. Eti, ye best yes, but let us also look at the good side. Let us look at the bright side.
I'll come back now if you share. You're going into details how the results it looking like and the good side as you put.
I say the minimal is
anyways, my member Charles Owusu Akwaba, but I have loads and loads of your messages coming through. I would have to do this for my pastor. One of my pastors, Reverend George Osei Esiedu, and ne ba kun di na woda enti ma menhwena memfa enu entwemu taw na fei memma Charles Owusu Akwaba. But we said, Obi, my daughter will be 17 tomorrow. That's 12th December and 11th. It's your Saturday and Odina Woda. She's Theresa Enyonyam Bempoma of St. Louis. I wish her a revived year of the Lord's grace, love, and bliss. May she continue to grow in favor with God and with men. Pastor George Osei
Ekosiisen On Asempa
Genho District Pastor of the Church of Pentecost, Ewa Aguna Swedro area, and the Genho District Pastor Sofo George Osei Esiedu, Nebaba Theresa Enyonyam Bempoma, Ochna Ewa Woda, Uko School of St. Louis School in Kumasi. You'll be 17 years tomorrow. Happy birthday in advance to you and live to be 94.7 and beyond. Wazer, please wish my brother Stephen Quatten a happy birthday for me. Mr. Amwatten, a tag, penny or that tag. And in the Traders Advocacy Group Ghana. One penny out that one, Mr. Amwatten, or say Ninia Stephen Quatten, and they were with a happy birthday to you. Charles Owusu Akwaba na pomi dear.
Obi, Major so. Ebenezer. Abi audia bedruni.
Maybe anyamedia beduni.
Yes, ora the otusra obintine so.
Yes.
Nidin ene otumfo. Maybe I can say on toba, but don't declare ba.
Yeah.
Because onyame tosro obintine so. Enti enye dipa adwene nyame. But trust them say adwene bebre ne oni patim. Na emom de onyame agina tuo na den. Ebejina. Enti the patching say na say itimi nante na itimi kono itimi ba enum bi na yeka bi hyema adom ko adom obi me no ka say nkofo bregua ya sabia me da so ka ho asem bia obi kra se wo kwa ba wansa ma bi abusuafo kaya na ehu de enye ho nyame adaroma ya da story ma the patching me giri say ya obi bi ya oba de ne say dia sedai de e ma no na adrobia ni etubia
enkadem
emabia emubabia
enkadem
atenibia
enkadem
kasentwibia
enkadem
na enkadem
Charles Owusu. Ultimate to Aba.
Metuaba on Kranza North.
Kranza North.
Yes, Oradero. Name Pesias Namtuaba.
Oradero.
Yes. Derrick.
Oh, Deputy Defense Minister.
Minister.
That's what no Ore Poto.
Olusuye, Sanity. Odin Kugo. They say a poto, say a day. Nina and Kugo.
Oh, mine is a Osiform say team.
Nina. I don't know. Yes, Kwesiko. Yes, we can continue. In the sanity.
Honestly, Odiche Kaka.
Yes, 14 years. Or 3 times, but also by election. Parliament, when you're 2 years counting. He served his people for 14 years. And the meeting can say, sir, was some one year or Sabi or pay ever some in Crawford and then in mine within that 14 years. Bema be yebi. And at a point in time, drew me be draw, as I said.
Yeah.
Now, I say a whoop paper, everything has a cost. Be anywhere I be see, and there has to be a cost, answer be at me. I see. But maybe the American answer, Obi, my kind of videos on Masaka be better than Yao. And the Ura Park was Misata, you can't see on country as a phone. I would have been in white because Emily just said, Kufado as I retaining for 4 more years. Then so, may come, Mura, name a doffo. Me am offer. I'm penance me. Ura could use free. And there on country as a form. Inti ye bedain eja. And the way be on my so, including Sabi ya ye na Ura Rollins na ni rain. At that time, because a young Colana Rollins be president, a young Colana CDR4. No mun JJ Lampo, so only Lampoa. Men and Ekurasi, a corner Lampo for no, but we could call for Mabia and San of my. Because a chiwa, Sassika Bay said 2 cities so that time. Yet 2 cities, no. That's papers now. Kaisika only by that time. Why be born? Now, when the Kobisa, caught to be the Kobisa some. Just because we need Lampo, okay. A big crowd team could down with scenes, let's see Nebu Mabu from. Call instead of Crasset and heading. With all these things, Rollins the castle or Bampesio be a swap. Na etre nyina pepa bia hye ana anu nyina katon na ensa nyina kogu echi ene e kan na on cat asefo enti ye be sere se adwebre o minim se ye be start in discussion adwebre o hwunim onyankopon ye na ade a on consult nipa enti na nye enipa time na nyame de den e de na ade obi metima hetiu metima ka ho sempoto metima tan wo. But the mind of God concerning your life, meet me, son. Sanity, yes. And he any papa, but I already pay. Now buy a country, and I buy a 2 year. Till Ramahama Pijan South, the Costro. So, see, me pa. Obedient kunim. We will go for the Suman as I saw, the battle is still the loss. She said, Okuno Coswide, a radical. I just only now do my quine. And no, you may not show your mensa. Nadia Nessie. And to Yamina city here, and I nipa na see him. If we believe that Yamin Twaba, but only see him there. They are 2 baby there. Adiana, Sabu Casacasa, Adiane Yen Simon Tenso. Nadiba Kwamira Honi say, Ura City Katia Bruni. Yen Pepper, Cat and Che Muse, Bruni and a half. And on the Bono East, Bono, and a half. But we know that we are Bono a half people. In Pacope. Na yahwiri enipa mienu enkwa anam sabi abatu achi de shew binti nyame form currency me tachiman boy on form currency emeya na wakọ na emranti asa tiegu monten so ne papa be na benya firim kasa bi wasa asasi so asajo na catch them o say ye woni ma mienu o sere ja de ma o mbuna ja de ma but animunyam wo baakum e chen baako until we can make our case but not to allow people to die. I think there's a for wu na say but ye see emfa Ghana election na akra ma NDC a what will happen but NDC entiase ye nua na omo sabi about nkugu e ya pa the LD nkugu so entiase na the LD kunu na oban ye betase so meni nkugu ana ye bi say ho say wa wadi nkugu no so entiase. But the ono ye declare say wodi nkunim no ono mom de enti ase say odi nkugu ana Now, can that happen? A bit may see. And you remember why you can see so. We have come a long way for 8 times in a year to about what my I didn't see a being see what we yesterday. Ora Mahama be president kwa for 4 years a day enemy and cover the eja. And that done kwaku for don ka konyan so. Oba the eja. Cause o man no ye kwa enim na nsesan so na ne den ene nam. Ya mura ye ho asem rafom. Some of the comment no obi metia nam ya. And no ameti owura stadium katia say 2 days ago in the press conference oye no. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. To call the whole IGP as the head of vigilante group. Oh, with all due respect. I've said, sir, because of Ura Sejon, apart from that, Crampono, arrested in Katiani age, in fear would be, and it's a man you say, baby, will free our baby Drew. Me, I'm so proud of him. You know why? I know he will free me area and buy. I'm proud of Sami Jemfi, that young boy. You might hate him, but I'm telling you, sir, NDC campaign, whatever sources they have in 2020 elections, he has done extremely well. Now the entire mayor proud of them. They say, "Anya say, can this the winning empire? Because of the virtue of some free area and urban, and your papa be waiting for me and go forward and what on." So when you from a Bono region calling the whole IGP says, "Bono is a shame of him." Now he's more or less a head of vigilante group, not the IGP. Is it because of elections in Indiana? It's bad. Mamu men kasasa na onse techere man pro. Sometimes me tie cheda mo boss John voices or higher. Na me ti hwa na me bisa me ho nsem. Say ochina can I stand the test of time? And na me ka say mrebi ba beba.
Na ye be bo voices
na say be bo voices achire me. Metimi agina anu ana. Because what they are doing today, omunka hu say e Ghana for onyo krofoforo bi aso. The opportunity for us to maintain them or change them is there for us coming 2024. Those in parliament, even when claim the number of seats, whatever it is, for them to come back to parliament or to even to be in government, and what any war, them.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Yeah, first time, Obi lose election within a parliamentary I can say elections are service waja to makoti na fia enfie na yachi wasan aba na konya den ekuta because go for kwati me say way asisi de yasisi for the fact that you know yen bi kwa na amanyoko kwa wonim kwa na timi nya bufuo am timi the sympathy vote den at the man yeye me stress ba bi o mutie me bi asatachi man o mutia o madaroma zongo any other areas no brono ahodwa ewina it is techiba krobako and yina yewom and yina yefrim baby nka and just say
abontin so
me fankodi adene see e betena ekrom na e be mabasa yenti sojafo na be ba na e betena na ne wo pese o bibia ontimi enkoye abra e betima tena se de yesen ani ado aka asambe na aba yese ka na atwamuda metia owura mahama no sympathize with the gofo ma hwe omonkwa nti emo na akowuram no se bi maya yanka bi nkogum enipa mienu a awu a eya aye sympathize with the family no ma yan jeje so ba ebi foforo nkoka ho man nkowu but enfam ni papa bi eden enfam rayen Ekosiisen so a kan hu se
FM
sabi e wo mani e wo yen ense na wo ni owura mahama ho na pe akonya no wo ni owura sedin katia ho na pe akonya no woni azoka ho so azoka any all the leaders of the party no hifo na epe abanankasa wa wote se me woto aba enti sabi you cannot cry more than the bereaved. What says you nkatia kuta bobwa ana okura sekan ana okura tuo enti se obi be ka kire wo se we pani se fa bobwa na kogina bonte na obi se mba chop be se hu odi ekuta wo nsam because the party ni win here and ka ye chiche ministry appointment ka wo nya bi ka me nya bi enti esi se na wo kofa sekan akotwa wunu a wo ne na tim mbantamu brono ba akoso ono na o yes party leader no o wie ya wo tu no car atrem akoni kurom anase all konkran ti se wanya bibi kura nkan kire wa wan kasa wadaroma ani die mu mama yen dwen kwa chiri yan dwen ko kan na yen kai sa yen manti yen potabu enti ye kuro nti ye bani ye hu ye obetina because me mfoni menya happy esi okuro bia so a menya happy I hear say tamale ni burger any areas yeah shit ties just because abatwa ya toro ya declare the ama obi a mujidi se entisa ABC my mu presidents or anamewa anko fa basa wasa ne bae let us go to court yen so medium ye betim dey seek redress anye ya odum say ade abo MPP party bae court am court 2012 thank God election with the 2070 thank God we didn't get a finger of God you and I were not there BSCA but maybe in future na beba ema enema bi ni nsachrai ni nsesan bi eba ya batro ni enhyehyɛ mu ama abo MPP abo NDC abo other political parties na wonim ne kase nse abo oman fisa amanyuko ti oman ti amanyuko mu nti de yeye bia no Sir John say ehim kontonso ye de bia no ebeka oman no nti moma ye ntiase say there can only be a winner.
Okay.
About why they insane to be no.
Draw nim
ya can say power sharing. You can only do power sharing by through the gun. And a power sharing any but about a day and Saturday. Even say a draw crana, run off back crana, eventually there will be a winner. The be a winner, but I want to beg of Ora Mahama say, even though Wadim Kugo, he has lost, but in dignity. And Nimonyam Bikamubi say Ghana for over 6 million people. Ewa Reshemu wo Jidia when mu say he could have been the next president. And then Kwampo ya Nimonyam sha ya mama. He ni kwa so man ho kwan ma. Obiya ye ne yodum. Ma and Nimonyam ya sha no say he has been a first gentleman of this land. Through the ballot, not through the gun.
Okay.
Not through demonstration. Not through intimidation, nothing. He came through the ballot to become president of this country. And Yashena Nimunyam. Yamana Swako do baby drum. And yen depending over 30 million people. One of who call one or Tiasi. In the Benya sa quine way.
Asempa
FM. Pensua or dear dream. Your best sereno. I need your counsel. Conra Meti say a peace council for Codifio. Now the one in Rantian handle or more fion. Then Ora mama nenye
Ekosiise On Asempa FM.
Watching one where when you look back near the footage is in for ni chira the Asia and we are osiba film na me hu yanka bia no aya na catch dan yan panifo Asempa panifo neka na I believe say otikoko so sante meura otiase ni panifo ahodo otiase asofo ene panifo otiase e be sere say this is a time you be kan ho bom ahwesa asundua ye wa ye mfa sika nto asundua ye wa ye ntim toto nase ebinim pebi omunye bi ne abom ye ndi onyame ache bi kwa e be somu yi na akura ye na yetima chechiri ye man a e kachi bebi bebire ho a me mi kurom sisi yen kransan dom ya bra ne kransan of obi ayro ho semo ye ya kachi I'm telling you kwan kra na da kru no ma sabi wo ye kwantempo a ofri nkransan e kokintampo a wo be fa so akokwa no okwa akodu baby a wa hwe awre be ho portals no nye dodge one and get one free and they dummy until you don't have to dodge. I mean you have all of them for free. And that is where people are. They still go to streams and fetch water. Say the young kola na etie kurase and na no smile no pali akọ nsu abanso mo dware ko school ne no. Still it is happening not far away. Me kan nkransan Domia Brasem, you can't answer North Assam. I mean, see, and you buying so in such a baby by a citrum, they are overtoying, not violence.
Matemesaya ba amaya ko into details. Sounds also number 10 in Kano. Ya preconso always say I think the negligence on the part of the EC and its representatives at the polling stations is one too many. Listening to what the director was saying, I'm not convinced at all that the right processes were followed. If I, a non-partisan individual, is not convinced, I wonder what the staunch supporters of the various political parties will believe and act on. The result has already been declared, and the only recourse now is for parties who are affected by the mistakes of the EC to take it to court and not take matters into their hands. They might have a good case. The court is the right place to solve it, and not using sticks and stones. Way free. Mesu ewo kumase. We say good afternoon, Obi. Wish my daughter Daniela Ohenewa Mono a happy birthday, and may God continue to bless and keep her, and may his face shine upon her. From Archimedes of Absa Bank, Old Saint. Okay, Archimedes, thank you, and happy birthday to your daughter as well. Obi, we said now see the difference between the NDC and the NPP. One candidate fell seated in 2012 and went to the court for redress. What do we see today? Leadership is not about how strong you are physically, but legally. Mr. Mahama is gradually destroying his credibility. Nanampon Sambediako and on the way of praying. Enoch Enyan Ewa Kaswa, he says, Obi, John Mahama is just preparing the grounds to lead the NDC again by saying he does not agree to the results as announced by the EC. If he concedes defeat, NDC will say you have lost twice and so will not allow him to lead them. But if he says he won but was dropped, the NDC will say let's allow him to lead again. He's just playing a psychological game on his party. We are waiting for him in 2024. I want to use this opportunity to thank the good people of Ayen Suano for voting for change, and I want to assure them that Honorable Nana Yao Teddy will never disappoint them. Sir Prince Ayen Suano, Deputy Secretary of the NDC in the Ayen Suano constituency. We say, kindly greet Ejudi Tamaklo and Sami Jemfi for me. President of Ghana, Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, will protect every citizen. Those desperate to cause mayhem will be dealt with ruthlessly. Ghana won't be destroyed because of former President Mahama, who couldn't even raise a day and confirm. Okay, Samuel Brian Boabena on the way up. Message is not a doso, but I'll come back now. Fe mene ya preko asase edi enkomo. But before that, no, mestre mo ni die mo a munyi maso muntie we ye mame.
Otopia ni hwa te se enado opia nso ntumi emmo wo ho ban se nya wa wo beye ebo samre yi pa ni hia se yebo ye ma ho ban efi bi biara ebetumi ama omo ayare enuti na ye di iron ni vitamin C any D aka ni do ho a ebo abo omo ho ban ma wonya ni pa nya ni nruwo mu ma wonido
Nido, your love, their future.
FDA ahwehwe sai dwade enkrato yi mu age atum se eye
Ekona excess book no the twin. Oh boss, dear he. Orange one no. Yam the record sales ni stock orders no.
Say my me see you trotro mu ye keche bi wo mo. E jawajo. Na mu bia ka hwe. Mami asi.
Ma Vodafone Red Trader app no mbu a ho netutu wadwuma semu yi. Keep records. Ton woniema na gisika fa Vodafone cash so anase mobile money kan no so a wo mrekra. Fa wadwuma mpuntu hya wonsa na ye ni yi. Download the Vodafone Red Trader app and Google Play Store and now say fresh 0302 334040. No hunu ye. Ready?
Sweet darling,
my beautiful baby.
Sika bibra wo dia mami. Menya no den.
Hepa Plus mixture na amma wonye sensika no.
Hepa Plus mixture ya ebusunya nom ebusinye immune system a. Abusumi pini obia enyare den. Na amma wonya sasike ya mami. Menti ase medo.
Tie, me bosumi akatua, me chichim. Ne wonu se ye hyase nom Hepa Plus mixture. Ye hwa ye din, ye general well-being. Aye solid. Sika kan na ye kwose no kwa e hospital no. Eni ma save amunadu sa no.
She, wo ye Hepa Plus husband.
Radio for Hepa Plus husband. Hepa Plus mixture. A pen for about more money for one kwada woni field mienu ka ho e pharmacies, chemical and herbal shops. At phone for 0542 778 572 and 0549 297 463. Hepa Plus mixer. Emma pomudina mapa.
FD Ashosha Ejedi Nkrato mu aja to say
Multi TV see a phantom and saying na enim say nipa bani for bi nam control say airton decoder sa every multi TV for ahye multi TV decoder ya gia to mu prekope aye quality advanced decoder as syndicated capture ediaba bonten ni boane aye 150 Ghana cedi per aye full set satellite dish LMB any decoder nankasa quality advanced decoder eno ko na woto a ye ma warranty e de peso put me upgrade no emma obi mfa so kwa na wa chenchena enya de multi TV ebeji sunsan so poni bia every decoder wakoto a yanyin tumu no ho dealers any installers amoton decoders a enya papa yanyin tumu every multi TV for ahye no siensa kama ye bachemo na emra ne madi to papa no aye friend quality advanced decoder ne bo no so 150 Ghana cedi per aye free syndicated capture for ahye
TV for free.
Get digi with it. Get digi with it. On your mark, ready, set, let's go. CBG Mobile USSD Young Code star 924 hash. Banco the go. Smartphone no, young phone no. Ever fire money transfer. For 3 water bill, for 3 light bill. Factor credit star 924 hash. You deserve it. Let's go. Get digi with it. Star 924 hash. Get digi with it. Star 924 hash.
CBG is empowering you to get digi with CBG Mobile. Simply dial star 924 hash and get digi with it.
CBG, we stand with you.
Hey, Mira, enti akwaya wuti ugodi na say.
Oh, 2 weeks ago.
Na nenti na watwi menu pe na agbeve fever do a waswade konkon ano no.
Agbeve fever, ni belodu bi kraka ho a. Hey, me du ho no mu a. Me ni malaria eni twaka bia. Ma yeso so jani a wo kwa kon no. Ba fuma akode preko.
Agbeve fever so de eni akode akese pa. Malaria bia yi ni ti pe na di ni sungu.
Hey, madam fu membra na wase WW. Yenimu ani yenimu. Hey, agbeve fever me ndeti mi ye. Na Ghana ha so de ye. Kro bia no ye malaria free. Enti se metu kwan a na maboam ho preko. Me fa agbeve fever e hye me bag masakra na mafatade ambehye
na sese wodi ni nyina ekro no yen ya ka fie nso
oh sa hade krom hade de ne afamasi chemical ne herbal shops na abu anu nso gum kama etitru kra ne agbebe herbal center oh so utuom last stop ana afre 02081307990 and 02465955256
agbebe fever
malaria se ne ho odina o mefresi apemfo abata wo ma manufo ene nkoda wo nimfiedu mienu epe wonka ho
e wo se wodi etwidi mu hihyehu ka ho ansa na waje ayareshe senia oman no etwidi ayaresa hyehyeye tie
FD ahwehwe saa ejedie nkrato yi mu age atomu se eye
da
yes
sabroso olive oil no anti bi si o mami o
sense hunti
enso de bi ye aduane wo ne kitchen ho
no wan kan kire se mimi efiewura ramsoma o besene aduane won timi akire mu ye anti bi
yes efiewura mi ni
sabroso olive oil ya wo de ye aduane de ya wo ma me bi enye na wo bi a wo de chi nam no
ane eye sabroso olive oil se eno na me de aduane ma me busuafo
sabroso enye no na free olive plant mo no na me baba yi kire se ne boyfriend se won fa sabroso olive oil no abi na fa nye aduane mre no na hwie wo de akoto ne bi ma no na wo se no
efiewura aden asema wuken sini wanum
me
he ewra waso won penatwe a koto wo sabroso oil ebe ye weduane enye na supermarket any shops mu phone call Mikado Pharmacy Limited any Elhams Pharmaceuticals Limited for 0501 471 882 and 0270 010 078
da it's what jina ho ma tenant akasa wanim sa
wo betmenka
FD ahwehwe sa ejede nkrato mu age atom se eye
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Madam, if I chop cake ni.
Thank you.
For your Absa vertical debit card ni tia bibia wo beto bia ka. For card no check POS no so. Ne fit tia wo ke bia. Me say, pin ni swipe sim bia ni mo. E wo hia to say wo do won sabe so sika no mo. Wo mfa won sanka POS no. Ahoba boni ahoto so ankasa.
Boss me wi full tank? Yes sir. Safe trip sir. Thank you.
Fabambo akwenye su so breso. Jo Absa vertical debit card no enne. Na won so wetumi tua won krofo ka. Won so hwimo. Wayne African City. Wayne Absa. Enhihye kakra wo ho. Ko absa.com.gh na hunumu yie.
Sisto. Hey, Connie, Missy guy no wo taste. Say me catch real.
What's in the hall? Levels wom na do blow me mind. Cry TCL Android TV no. Oh yeah? Or the TV remote na mamia. No see on him ma. Kasa na TV no it's you. Levels panye. I tell you. And me kasa go remote in so. Please open Netflix. Na gram FBA na movies. I said open YouTube, Facebook, not stream the weather. In fact, TCL is the brand of today. Everything on point.
Visit any TCL showroom and select any quality electronic products like air conditioners, television sets, washing machines, and fridges for a good price. You can also order TCL products online through store.tclghana.com. Call 0546 257983 or 0202 698398. TCL, the creative life.
Franco Trading Enterprise. No, phone Papa Fie, Samsung nie, Nokia nie, iPhone nie, say your printers, mobile phone, accessories. Franco Trading Enterprise. Afa our one TV, digital television set. I this satellite, any ultra panels. Abomuma.
Franco Trading Enterprise. Ewo Facebook. Sauko Franco Trading Enterprise page. Nasa likes number 100,000. Eyomwa. Enu omunija. Sausu na www.francotrading.com. Android app. Eye Franco Trading. Instagram. Eye at Franco Trading. Nani papa ni fwa dosunti. Franco. Edi Momo pay code number 189480.
Your branches on the Bebre Wagana baby. Nemum head office on the Twaya Dabraka opposite Roxy Cinema.
Tema Franco wo community 1. One water works ne dia nimre. Cycle opposite Odor Rise. Madina 100 meters away from the police station. Kaswa Franco opposite Kaswa Polyclinic.
And our prayer numbers in Nani and Chauntum 0246 422 338 and 0546 133 188. Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, phone Papa Fie. And you're not going.
Esan say malaria parasite we moja no mutumi dane ne hunti. MVP no e manu ye den say edura ne seka eku malaria moa no abrofo fra no active ingredient no. Eye ba kupo ne wo mu no. So ebetumi atu malaria moa no ase afu moja no. Enu nti ehia madura ne seka ewo mu no ye mienu. Na etumi akon malaria yare. Sentina F-Pack for aya grufu fry. Ye friend Lizator. Lizator kura active ingredient mienu. Na enunti malaria parasite no entumi nkuntia no. Lizator kutia malaria yare. Lizator malaria edrufu fry efi wan wo ye F-Pack ho. For Lizator na you malaria yare no free ho.
See me here seahorse engine oil no be say see
I said the one here seahorse engine oil. Session hey ya and a product the seahorse engine oil one that's here. Natural. I'm here driver for aboya my sales aya ye ni sales kit one. E bi mu krampo atimi atio mu work and pay. Am e bi mu ba be car owners. You hear?
Bibia no po. Me that Thomas menyi bibia enimko. And me ni seahorse engine oil so agro. 15W40 CI4 e best am brand new. Any home use car say e diesel and petrol. Especially cars are one you know e very strong. Na e good conditions. After 15W40 CF4 a year Emma Desert Cars and Kitwani Akasenyi Nada Titru and a Casa where you gonna hakakra. Now a sour gearbox beer oil papa B seahorse engine oil sana Maswahe na a papa pa.
Medimi wa bro. Menti wase uti ha ama transport owners e fita fo a dance mudiafa seahorse engine oil ho. Anya no nkwa 40 year usuma motor bikes and 8 year for usuma gearbox na ade nyina. Seahorse lubricants ni nyina dance nkofo di. Anya kan ko ba bia ye ton engine oil ko pebito. 0244 577-559
and 050-119-0488.
Abra Yeguswa din kabom ekwetia COVID-19 yi. Ecobank ma wa kwanya hodwa. Wode betina fie. Apo ho ban na watumi du sikasem ahyewa wonsem. Fa Ecobank mobile didra bebia ne abrebia. Se wo Ecobank account ana wonibie. For text message ana email so forma ne sika. To credit, to our bills. Abra wuti fie edwojo. Se ye sika puduo na oni e didra. For your internet banking no so. Ecobank QR code ma okwan ma ofa abefu siketua kwan so. Etua ne ma no dwumadi Walker, one for Sikapotin, Entia, Ecobank Mobile, and they are Google Play Store, App Store,
Ekosiisen On Asempa
FM, star 770 hash, and will phone Biaso, Nasha Se Didra, Ecobank, General Ho, Kaisa Obama Quine, Adaunia for Frontem, Eata Horo and Sa, and Afi, and phone San Kikoenim, we am Webia, Fre Ecobank Contact Center, or 3225, Debia, and Yabrebia, Wuntiashi, Tnefina Bo Hobine, Ecobank, the Pan African Bank.
Anytime I feel lonely, feeling sad, only one station makes me happy. When I wake up in the morning, only this station makes my day. Yeah. Oh, Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Oh, Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. 94.7.
I am saying Emma Munina Quabe, you Asempa FM, so
Ekosiisen On
Asempa
FM.
So Ekosiisen You Medino Asubusu Wutieno, make us say our precon Ewaha sound so and Charles Usu Ewaha 29 after 5. Yow, ma Yentia Wenti, yes, elections over more major opponent dispute some constituencies and the presidential results, no. One Kazan was a party, so be I can say was some soul searching and find out what actually happened. That's what I'm
Obi, and I'm meant to win free, and I mean, about Elizabeth Obukwajman birthday or a branch manager for CBG, Atomic Down Runabout, until Lizzie, and Mwawadapa, I mean, Shroud. Obi, your party for you now, ATM is Sabri. Media seda kese ema obia atu hoache ahoden enkodin ensie di onam suomu nam di onam awiemu nam di onam mfuturomu di ofro car di otimoto so di onam form ai ne nkuni matimi aba no yeda obia ase. We never take your sacrifices for granted. Moya dear, party for ya dear, party for bois,
Asempa FM.
Foot soldiers, sabi, obia party no sabi nsuo pure ta crying to be manenom da. Na odoni o pepa o ma party ninti ofroka free ha no adu na vrongo, ofroka free ha no adu yagaba kubori, ofroka free ha no adu domi abra, asante atim ofroka free ha no adu agogo, ofroka free ha no takrade o sawi. Sani pano yada mwase dia mu ye na ama ne His Excellency na nado dan Kwaku Fuado ose Ghana for man for more Ghana for tie yen the for more na ama no yen ya ne ya wa ban mu yen ya wa ban mu mpo campaign ye adwuma ye na ano odin tell opposition na obagi tumi afri yensem nipa na ye de omo ye mu na mo ye eni so obi benya school bibiem obi benya free SHS biem obi benya nkane aye na djuma biem obi benya apomodin papa bibiem se railway expansion ye koso ye be koso akoso a eye mu mahodin mu na nam e baaye ye da mo ase de toso mienu ye besere se mu me mfa wanse na ho abufuo mmeri
Asempa FM.
de ya no a efe no yen sase ne mfa ne gie na nyankopon asese etie ye sufre no na wo ye ma yen. We have won it. That is the most important thing. As to the other things, se kwaye fa so di nkunim no na nka we could have done it better than what we did. Obia okosa bi odi nkunim bia etoda e bia na temache o kakra bi beba ho eno no ye be hwe ne asiesie e ya fisem because ya anye ni ya esema yankasa menu mienu ya anye ni ya esema yen eti se akoma wosoro abufuo bi aba anije bi ni ho because of bi akwaya nkunim ni fa so baaye no na nka ye pani in a different manner opani ne papa ni yiye ne se nkunim naba yankopon ayadom de ehwe no ye nsaka ye nsia fie ye ni ye ho nkomo na ye hwese ye boabo eho akoye nim no kwan be ne ye be fa so e be hihye ne yi a ye betimi anya a formidable party a bia be ko abato bia no ye gidi se ye na Ghana fo be pese ye beto abama ye very important na no na nkoye ba akofo enkoya o polling station executive nkoa ana o area coordinator electoral area coordinator ana constituency executive ana regional executive ana national executive nkoa wo sabe wo the ordinary member of MPP ebimboa sabe unni position bia o party no mu no won so wo chefa wo mu bi because party ni ya won so wo dia yen dia wo dia ja yen se yen hwe so mawo eti adwentu atoa enkuta hodie esase ya sase na ye tire adwene nyabufuo kwan so ye de abufuo ya webubefu obi akoma pagya yentimi nya ba no a e wa adwenkyire no mu no but sakoma wo fom ye nige de ensa aka ne ho afa ye ntena se sabe ye nom sane ye fa adwene ye gi ani kakra ni ye tie ahade me giri se wenti na we ba he enti free ochena no se ye ni se ya ebeboa na ye kurukyire bigu krata so ne ye to adwene kakra ne ya chechire Ghana for nso so mo ne ba mo besere for mo mutie yen mo ato ama yen ye ni bebreka se da mo ase tumi na mo de ama yen no se de ye kuta de dikan no ya ni mo hwamo nti mo ahwe ho ama yen de to so mienu no ye ni mo hwamo na wo mpokra de me flag bearer ni me president elect all kasa no na anu ye bo ni din a all kasa yi o se oyi obi anka bia obeka se wonya de to so mienu oni point bia to prove etini oba ebri bia no akọ baro no onte sa edi tumi na ye de amano no on toto nase we ya renhyemu kese a Ghana for betimi akoso anya wo MPP aban ne His Excellency na Danko Akufo-Addo se tumi na mo de amayen no ye ntoto nase ye mfa ne se ye fata ana se ye boroso ene ye nsaka ye bekoso akutam ne ye de anigye abuoman no ye de nidie so bema mo kasa ye betie na bra no ye ni mo dinkuta ho Nyankopon ye adma ye wo gidie na renhyemu se emfie na ye di yanimu yi ebeye yie na ye papa achende ye twam kono elections de sabe ye kokoya obebedi nkunim obebedi nkuguo Charles te ha no wo kan de obi sabe me funu ma Techiman. I was born and bred in Techiman.
Oh, okay.
Techiman Zongo.
Okay.
That is how come I speak Hausa the way I do. That's why I was born and bred. My mother is there. In fact, I built for my mother in Techiman.
Oh, okay.
Honam see if yanko part of me yeah apataka krabi man one
Ekosiisen On Asempa.
So my soul is tied to the place. Bibi koso wo na nya enye me de. Menuanom. Sabi ye nipa baako. Amanyosem ya adwenkyere. MPP NDC. Efie baako ye free mu no we kwa NDC na we kwa MPP. Se me ma ban wo power sabi. Me free fie ho na ma ban wo power. Otena wonso so be free fie ho na wonso ban wo power. Let us agree. Let us understand ourselves. Ma ye mane nyen tokwa. Meti se nipa bi ato. Me yam se me. Ebia na sabi mekwa akotie mu kura akɔhwɛ no na oyobi a menina na sabi hu nipa bi. Which is disheartening. Amanyo sem no adwenkyere nka bi ma menka bi no. Ya to aba wi a be kan de wadi nkunim wafa de wadi nkuguo okɔ. That is how it ought to be. It ya best stress akoma mra from Techiman. Na de mpanimfo se akoda no. Emfie nan ewa akiri nso ani akiri. Kakra watena won so ebeduru so. It yam fa botre. Eni akomatoyemu enkansem no. Etututuo ne emabo ne sa ne ma no. Yesu
Ekosiisen On
curfew time Yesu eni huhu sa ne ma no. Ya Techiman enye ne asabe nanim dia ba ni bia ba ye ko yanimu mo me nya ya de sabe gise nkrofo de tuo begina ye so ansa na ya hye ye ho so ye besere mo makoma mra fom ye pa mo chew adwobreo MPP NDC ye nyina nipa baako na ye ma ye ento ye obi menim say ya sha ase aye ni say de ye be keka akoyanimu a brepam ye beba na ya betoa so na nkomo no sade esase ye di no ye di ni sa musu media for ye ntimi nka nyimu free mu ye mo na mo shape discussion no eti ansana isi for kra mra bontin fa abato ne hunsunsuanso no emeto dwa no na somewhere somehow you had managed to calm nerves because multimedia for say despite media say media general say we say as a nyina ka asem baako. In fact una so ye ndis no akoma den sen a omo nyina ntimi nka bom so omo di tura ma MPP. Eti by the time my electoral commission met na table at you say omo so do omo asem betu dwa no na already more media for more shape landscape no dada. We can't take that away from you. Mo ya de Ghana for so kwa fa so comport
Ekosiisen On
ya beda obi ase na yenkoso nkuta e ka bi ma menka bi no musa na menum sa brepa mu no Ghana be fa ne ntoma pafra obi da mo ase monto aso
ma yenso ye na ase enti ya pre ko na moten kan ya we deputy director of communications of the ruling NPP and Odin Anudin Atuja we say Yao such a fantastic guy, he understands foot soldierism to the core. Big ups sir. Sir Obama na di way about no pokwase
o de meka onye no metua wa boma no ho ba wa se me bo ntu onye no redi mu ne ho wa se me bo.
We say good afternoon Obi, my warmest greetings to your prayer Queen Charles. We wish them congratulations but better luck or say they should better up their game next time. Godfred Adoa ewo Bronx and on the way up and yes
Adoa
Adoa okay Godfred
Uchi ana be hu de friend Adoa no Godfred Adoa Ghana ya betia obi.
Okay, and the Jessibu Akonso said, was a solid delivery. Thumbs up, your pre-con. Anyways, and there's one here from Rainbow in Kaswa, and he says, we are back into the game for another victory in 2024. My director, your pre-con, is a super fantastic communicator. Rainbow or no ewo Kaswa. And ya mama ya nase na kotwa wejuma so yebese yedi nkomobio. Mamenka yeti for say and 6 p.m. pepe there is a tight game we pass there was here kwahwe Domi na ayi yetimiko stadium they are still ban ho was got to only Legon City they was here kwahwe me kwaya commentary me zo me kwaya commentary was it
enipa do sen kwa na sabi o na maxi e wo mo enso so no yanka ho hwe ya bo sabi nti bi ne football for no ya kan se asa sisi bi den ya bom be gidi se
because match we pass
other people so ye dida ye wo hai inform kra o mo di an se kotokwa na se Legon City den ahye bi person go hwasa moja na ho ne I believe say ye kan say so nyina so no mpanifo say kama funa na kama dampan individuals aso na ye ka wo ko stadium wo ko fa hiu it's up to you so be cover obebo
ho ban
because wo ni mo bia ya de so ba so mon kai it is a one CC wo ho na okodi bibi achi na dia na ha dwen amanyofo ho no wonim dia ho yi ye nu ma pre mo kon tachiba no o re se ngati ya ko ha se se ya hit no no so de obekwa kwacha abusua denden e bia o yire ne makura ma yento ma achire nyu boko wo ku fado ebu ni man na party nche se hwe se ne ma ne yire obi kwa ko hwe ombi ma kwasra ombi ma ndi ye nya careful bi asisi o man bebre amankofo ahwe o monkwa na nse ya nkofo bi ko adwura ye nuama disifo bi a owura mahama call campaign ye di tipa truck na conform o moni ba o so na ye hwe o magusen asabi anwea ebi fa mu prapra ebi so fa mu de ewu ye e do yam party but no ye ho ansa kane na my party do no emro o man ne do a ye wono so because it's all about Ghana. It's about Ghana. Ani bre de sabi you kugo de ani bre ba nanso sabi man for say yawo ekum yawo e cha ekum yawo samu chale na yawo no so dem ewu definitely say I hihihie I say moja show no so obi free so be bofoma o to from so o hu baby on fa baby o tibi dani hire I say school fa ni pa no na o hu se dua dan so na ni kura na okoso mfi sisi ho sane mo na esisi all the time na empenifo a sabi enu akwadwa adu asare baby obi a menchia no the last I hear no kan we lose election said it here no catch will be so on is it Kimpiski or something now on white don't people being seen any means so be now on now on function everything it's not easy because Obisu Jumedia would that his love for his party, the passion that he has for politics and other things and then she say I wash no at home honam fam but nya honhom fam no sa amamu sa ofi say wiye den aba one nim say nkofo bi be ko parliament ye nu e wo fam na MP metie sabe comment bi o social media efa a certain member of parliament yasan re-electing our cabinet minister bi na ne kasa o kan na nye de say o kan na ne nsem o kan na sabe na aba wom but o ka say ebi ko na ebi aba ade na wo de do so as o ko na bi na but they do ne so no the language I will use here Ekosiisen On Asempa FM yeah obi di mo kira semo the ye bia no you should be very careful mama ye mra fam baby e obi ya me say baby e wako bia obi e ko bi da obi e minister ni bia oyi obi e DMP ni bi da but na o mo fie ebi kura so ntiase nti nya wonko an na wo ye minister nya wonko an so na wo duru ho na nya wonko an so na be ko twetwem nya wonko an so wo lose election ana nya wonko an so wo win elections mama ye breye ho ase ye mra fam kakra anyi to fo bi wo se e ma wo wiren free onyamia wo yigu firi wa mani yimu yes awabra bomusam ye mawa hweni ye na mawa oho efrisa onyami na doma rakwa na uti senia uti sabra bomusam eyi mawa mumra fam kakra
hweye na wan hoahoa wo ho
emra fam onyame adum alakwa na ma yeto sade tie
adum binti
ndi se tumi ani sika ba ya mmra fam kakra ya ma ile mfi da bia ye fi ba sabe enipa na to ba
Asempa FM
emanipa na enipa ba bidi sabe positions ahodo ma ile mfi say ye namti ensum ye ko house to house ye ko marketplaces baby ani empese ye betena no musuo ye tena ho no musuo dise na abrabom nsem asesa ma ye ya ma ye remfi na ye ma ye kasa anye de enso ani wo nyankopon de nanim onyame atima ma ye so aboa ya ma yakodu mpempenso a ye pese ye duru na ebi wo soro dodo anenti about ye two yi there are more questions than answers eye enema bi ana Ghana for e ka kire amanyofo say monye careful amonti asese montu aba mfama mo yen ne yeto aba e de mama ti mamu wure mfiri ba bia mo fi ya mo kudu ba mo duru na kokromuti na ye de mo ko he na beti mo sa de weden asa de mo ba yeni we disi fonti asese o saman se nyene nkwane anajo ya de ade besa ko ade ensa ba kope o da se e da bia no nsiambo predo penifo se hu se comfort a enipa na mabosom sa cause comfort tisi joma ntwene nka ho ntimi nsama ne yi enipa na mabosom sa enipa na be mama o party aba mu obi person di president from the NDC enipa na be mama di ya say enipa no kunkum mo e mo twetwa mo hu wi a ye nya mfa so de papa bia emfa firi so anya de papa we have only one country, Ghana, and said here maybe a tree when omudi or my son and person asundriba or my mono. Sana yet say, Sani will be a bidia, Yamasum Jede Emra. With him. So my young come answer Marshaba Jomo. I'm more on my young chili. You will to me say a sound your mother few. Because Edia 2024 a best number. Say one community as in Quandia. The best have a tree and beam. Nti won kan hu se enye sabi by appointment na obidi call parliament by voting they went through the ballot and mom could do na ye hia so se omodin kam badwin o mining kanko ho this is the first time ye na ye be test the parliament ya say amba so mo ho se omo sum mama nyuku anam ho so mo sum o mine no now if it is about Ghana there na say bi onadi adu no gopo So will be mesre on Nogopo. Because of election.
Ekosiisen On
Yes, sure, no
Asempa
go.
FM.
And then you be an afa Bible share motum. Bible say, my na die home, but na my nsi onyankopon atwetwe. Na de nipa gu no, anu anu bitwa. You know what? In Kofobi on my room. I go form your politicians, or businessmen here. O here, send a Juma Koswa, or da sorry if you know Pompire. Yamaya na duma Juma Peja and I know Koji Bansida to Nasim. Because they need a young Pom be any hobium. Yeah, more. Any per mobile. Now, man, you're careful, say. Me say, any man in a chino, it shall be back up. So, some say, it shall send it per.
Now, one chino at
Atimo, Medasi.
Charles Husuni attending can Ekosiisen Suni Asempa 94.7 FM. We have to make way for the sports team to take over. Now, the live commentary, FE, the Accra Sports Stadium, Abremo Kotoko, and Legon cities. What a game that will be. But we say it's rather unfortunate that we've lost our 3 in Zema constituencies. Elembele, we don't have NPP MP. We did work grossly to break a historical as a jinx for Bonzoke, but God knows best. What pains me most is Honorable Catherine Ablema Afeku and Paul Essien, who we are all proud of. We wish we could have maintained Catherine Afeku and Paul Essien.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Futile. May the Almighty God bless them for the massive work done for Evaluate Jora, Elembele, and Jomoro. Mankind ewo Elembele. In the same constituency, there is PK. And PK is to say, hi, Obi. Please, if it's about the presidential candidate with the highest number of votes ever in the history of Ghana, kindly tell the NPP panelists that 2020 election is the only election ever held in Ghana with an inaccurate final result. Really? That's not true. Don't let us peddle falsehood. And yes, Annette.
2012 election petition.
Yes.
Abra verdict in the two Jana. Adechi and Zamba may change room.
Yeah.
Also, please. Nema we no nyina petty. Ehun hia. Oba na obechange Owura Mahama and the numbers no de ma Owura Kufuado ana. We've not even been told about from the NDC. Say obi omunya 7 million vote and easy I 6 point something million. Please. Mama yantiase na yanyi kugu no ntom.
Mate. We say, Obi, can we recall how many votes the late Prof got over Nana to become president? Or how many votes differentiated Mahama from Nana, which made JM president in 2012? NPP's win of over 500,000 votes is commendable and cannot be overlooked. Having said this, the NPP need to set up, because the real deal is 2024. Every dynamic is different from that election. Starsky and Edway if in New York Abba. Many your say bonsu Ofremi Obi Amejo, so Meda Charles as a Meda ya preko as a production team, so Dominic Chum Jackson or saying Tiamoa Eric Opare and a Queen Star. A Japan Hine Kwabna Sante Ebwayen, baby I will be a chia stronko. Yenko Tiewe Yaba, Professor Ike Wallace, and the rest of the team will take over now at a live commentary. Abremo. Good evening.